probably like compendium set review and then like colon like commons and rares. And then
Okay.
next week we can do compendium set review, majestics and legendaries.
So
Oh, yeah, like a
Evan, you're
part
saying you
one.
didn't like my pun with like the pen is, kind of alluding to how the companion
Well,
is bigger than expected.
but
Everyone's arguing about how we should use it. You know that. Woo. Yeah.
so you definitely want the algorithm to tell people,
Okay.
hey, this is what we're doing. Ignore the pun. There's no pun. Just this
All
is
right.
what we're doing. You
Right.
want to see this.
Because I've been recording since this time. Thank you for that. We're going to change the title. You kind of saw the behind the scenes scene here. We're going to go right into it, guys. I'm Will.
I'm Evan.
No, I'm Andrew.
I didn't know we were recording already. I was like doing behind the scenes stuff, and then you just started doing the intro, and I was like, "What's happening?"
Well, that was perfect.
What's
You were kind of
going on?
covering all the spots, right? So, and as Evan was saying,
What?
this is a set review. It's one of our first ones, our initial takes on the commons and rares. Next week will be the Majestics and expansion slots. There's no expansion slots, the legendaries. Thank you for correcting me, Andrew, off camera. But first, before we dive into this, what did we learn since last week?
I learned that this set looks really cool. Yeah, like I was practicing for RTNs that unfortunately didn't happen because we had bad weather,
Yeah.
which is a bit sad. Hopefully, we get replacement RTNs, but I'm crossing my fingers.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed to hear about that. I was like, come on, like, don't cancel both of them. Then they did. So, Southeast locks down with the snow. What can you say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, half an inch of snow and like everything shuts down in
Mm,
Georgia. So
it is true. Andrew, what did you learn since last week?
Not a lot. So I did like one armory this week. That's what we do. We did 2 rounds of CC, and then my last round, my opponent's like, "You want to play Silver Age?" And I'm like, "Sure." And so I just played Chain, and I'm like, "Wow, this deck's dumb. They should ban it." And then the next day they banned it. I'm like, "Wow, I wish LSS listened to me this much, like things I actually cared about."
Well, it's like you dialed them in and says you should ban Chain, and boom, they listen to you. What do you guys think about that, though? Like, I think it's a great move.
it needed to happen.
Yeah,
Like
let's
they
just
could
start
keep
it.
banning around chain, like just
Yeah,
banning random like cards that shouldn't be banned but are broken because chain exists.
yeah.
So
I saw that online. Some people were saying, "Oh, they should have hit Briar too," but I was like, "Yeah, Chain's good enough for now. Let's see where things shake out."
Yeah,
Briar is fine. There's enough disruption in
Yeah,
the format. Chain was
yeah,
just kind of like blatantly busted.
yeah. No, if we're gonna like actually start banning cards, I want them to start banning cards that block 4 and say
yeah,
Guardian on them.
Yes,
Oh my
ban
god.
every single clash. The yellow 4 block clashes, ban all of them. I
yeah.
want them all gone.
Like that
Well,
is
it's
like
going
the
to be
least fun
interesting.
part of that entire format right now.
Mm. So it was ironic because last week we recorded with Tommy from Siblings and Cardboard. Check out his spoiler; it's pretty good. You'll see my hands rolling for the Blood Rush Bella turn, so it's pretty good. It's a pretty good spoiler. But I played against this Pleiades Fatigue. I was like, I got this, and I did not, in fact, have it. In fact, I started rolling scabs just because I had the extra cards. I didn't mind going off tempo. And then, how many? Let's play the prices right here, fellas. And for the listeners, timestamps down below. How many ones do you think I rolled in this game? I rolled the dice total 9 times, maybe 8.
Like
I
6
don't
or
know, maybe
7.
6 or 7.
I rolled 6 or 7 ones, and there ain't no amount. And Tommy was like, "You can't make this shit up," and you certainly can't. I was like, and at this point, I'm like, "Well, I know I lost the game because there ain't no way I can come back from this." All right, and he had the tempo and control, so that's pretty interesting. I had tech against Pleiades because I figured that was going to be running amok in our RTNs, but it was untested, so I guess we'll find out next time. So before we launch into this thing, it's another set review. But before we go into a few questions. What is Compendium Wrath to you guys? Like, is you guys been through many sets before where they kind of reprinted a lot of the cards, made excessive power cards for a lot of the classes? What is it to you guys?
I guess before we begin, so today we sort of mentioned we're reviewing all the rares and commons,
Mm-hmm.
and more importantly, currently the entire set has not been spoiled. They have spoiled all the rares and commons because there's going to be a Sage event, the world premiere next week. So it's for sort of people who want to go to the event so they can start brewing right away. So we're going to review this in the context of Sage, right? And like we will also mention if cards are good in CC, but if, for instance, maybe like a card becomes extremely powerful because of some majestic we haven't seen yet, that might happen. So just keep that in mind. But to answer your question, Will, expansion sets are always cool. Funnily enough, we're probably We're not really going to talk about any reprints today, just because I think all the commons and rares are new cards that we're going to see. Though there
the
are
most
a
part.
lot of there are a lot of good reprints in the set that we will talk about next week when we talk about the legendaries and majestics. So
Oh.
tune in for that.
And are we using our basic 1 through 5 guide, or is it going to be great, bad, sad category? What are we doing here, guys?
I like the 1 through 5. Might want to
Okay.
explain the categories because they differ from like a limited set. We generally do these set reviews for limited sets
Yeah.
when talking about drafted and sealed. So the rating system changes a bit. We're primarily going to be rating for Sage, although we will mention cards we think are good in CC. Basically, like a 5 is like, this is deck defining, like it goes in the deck, it is a power card in the deck. 4 is like a solid include into a deck that you're happy it's in. 3 is like a filler card, you're like, this goes in the deck, but if anything better comes upon, probably gets replaced. 2 is like very mediocre, probably doesn't go in decks, but might be worth considering if there's no better option. And then 1 is unplayable.
We always said 1 was a cracked bobble before because, at that point, just throw cracked bobble in there is no difference.
I mean, cracked bobble is for limited,
Yeah.
but here the bar is a bit higher because,
That's true, because
It's
we're
the
not
bar
sure.
like titanium bobble.
titanium bobble probably
So.
gets a 2 actually.
Okay, I like that. So at what point are you okay playing these cards and your friends are like, oh yeah, that's a spicy include? Is it the 2 or the 3?
With 2, I think, is where you get
2
the
is a spicy include.
Okay.
3 if it works.
Yeah, 3
I
is
love
when
it.
you like have somebody like look at you and be like, "Oh, I haven't seen that card in a year."
All right. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. All right, so, and Evan, you did a great job mentioning this is not a draft format. Does it have a lot of power creep in this release so far from what you've seen?
There
on
is a
Commoners?
lot of power creep in this set among the lower rarities. So
Okay.
yeah, like and it's gonna be a trend we're gonna see. Like before, equipment blocked for 1 at lower rarities. We got a lot of 2 block guardwell equipment, and all of those are very good.
And on a quick note before we jump right into this shindig, I do think that LSS kind of over hyped the Sage precon decks, but they certainly delivered on the equipment so far in this set. So I get it. It's a dating thing, and sometimes you overpromise, under-deliver. I get it, but
We can talk about the Sage
Yeah,
precons sometime later once
I
they
think that would be-
officially come out.
Yep.
But yes, the for those who don't know, the Sage precons, they've all been spoiled, so you can take a look at the deck lists. We will have thoughts on it later on.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's kick this bad boy off. Let's go ahead and switch over to our trusty set review. We are only covering the commons and rares, and we'll start with Buzzard Helm. When this defends, draw a card, then discard a random card. If a card with 6 or more power is discarded this way, this gets +1 this turn. It's temper. It is a brute equipment head. In the context of Sage, what's it replacing? Right.
Yeah, so the big thing that I think you have to compare this to is probably Bone. I think it's Knucklehead actually from KO. It's just a headpiece that has block 2 and temper and some text to tempt people who make poor decisions on it.
Yeah,
Talking
that's
about
a
you,
KO
Will.
specialization. Just Knucklehead is a 2-block temper. Like,
Yeah.
don't read the rest of the card.
Yeah.
This is less good than that, though decks that aren't KO can run it. So the question is, does this see play in non-KO decks, I feel?
And so Reiner had a specialization head.
Yeah, was it Monstrous Veil, I think?
It was Monstrous Veil, yeah. It was
Yeah,
a
it's a-
1-block Battle Worn with Destroy It to draw and discard.
So I actually think that this Buzzard Helm definitely, I don't know.
I'm not a fan. I think it's a
Yeah.
2.
It's not fun when you have to make blocking decisions and then your hand randomly changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the issue is, like, the only hero that can consistently make it 2-block temper is KO, but KO has a better helm. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Next,
Predatory Plating. This one is a 2-block Guardwell. As an instant, you can destroy it to gain a resource. You can only activate it if you control a card with 6 power or more. I think this card's great. 2-block Guardwell is just very, very premium stats for Sage. And then it also nets you a resource, and the condition to get the resource is very, very easy, right? Like, you're always like swinging a 2 for 6 with Go Again into some other like 2-cost card that costs 4 resources. So, you pitch a blue and then you activate this. So, a 2 block that also gets you a resource in Sage, absolutely insane. I think this
Yeah.
is a 5.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's it. Well, next we got Scarce Trapping here. So it's brute arms, and if you've picked a card with 6 or more power this turn, this gets spell void free. And something of note about this that they covered in the release notes is due to the way that replacement effects work, if you don't have a card with 6 or more in your pitch zone, but you go to prevent an arcane effect, and in the process you pitch to Arcane Barrier with a card with 6 or more power, you can then use the spell void free on it, even though like at the start of paying for everything you didn't actually have the spell void, which is unintuitive but very relevant with this card.
Yeah, so basically like it seems kind of tough to get the spell void 3 active, but it's actually really easy. You just pitch to Arcane Barrier.
Yeah.
So because of that, in something like KO, this is like an auto include.
Yeah.
Other brutes, it's a bit tougher. Do you think he's playing non-KO decks?
Well, what's the space it's competing with though, right? It's Glide Gauntlets, and that doesn't do anything.
So
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's basically forced to compete with like either spell free gloves or blade beckoner gloves. And so like, I like it. It's probably like
It 100% sees playing KO.
Yeah.
I'm less
Oh.
sure about the other heroes
Yeah.
because like it's less consistent. Like if you can't turn it on as the other heroes, like on like an important pivotal turn, like that's game losing.
Yeah, something to keep in mind too about like KO is that he needs like a little bit more help with preventing arcane bear like damage because he doesn't have access to Arcane Lantern like the other brutes do because he has only one arm.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
So yeah, I'd say like solid 4.
All right. How about outside of KO though?
That's probably closer to like 3 at that
All right.
point.
I'd probably
it's
say
probably
it's like
a 4
2,
and like Tough Nut.
Yeah.
Tough Nut. Yeah, Tough Nut uses it quite well. So.
All right.
All right. Shamanic
Well,
Shin
Oh
Bones.
my god.
Shamanic Shin Bones. Arcane Barrier 1. Brute Legs 0 block. I mean, is Nullrune
5, baby. Oh
Whatever.
my god.
We're
You
going
guys had to give up beaten trackers for it, and so would you rather play beat? I'd rather just play beaten trackers
Hell
into
yeah.
wizard and like kill them faster.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but I'm making a statement here.
the
Because
statement
Arcane
is,
Barrier 1 is so busted.
dude, this card's like he stepped in some crap is what he did. All right, let's go on to the
Yeah,
next
so-
one. It's not even a. I think it's a 1.
I mean, it's not a new card. They
Alright,
just
so it's a free,
reprinted
got it.
Nullrune, so yeah. Next card, Rip Off the Top. So it's a yellow pitch, 0 cost, 2 block. Draw a card, then pitch a random card in your hand. If it has power 6 or more, your next attack gets +3 and it has Go Again. This is one of those cards. It's tough to evaluate because theoretically it's a free pitch. Like you're pitching a card for free because you're drawing and pitching a card. And then you're also getting a +3 buff. And it's like those together is like an insane effect theoretically.
Yeah.
But the random nature of it makes me think this is like a 2. I'm not sure this is very good. It might be good in Tough Nut, but I think that's about it.
Andrew, go ahead first. Let's hear your thoughts.
So the thing is if you're playing KO, like the second original KO as opposed to the original KO, what non-6s are you playing in your deck?
So you think this is like the Blood Rush replacement?
Yeah, like I think like this is like what you run in the place of Blood Rush Bellow and Silver Age probably.
So
Okay.
I actually saw it as a way to generate more resources and increase power. So at base, it's a +3. Yes, there's more misses, but you're taking out misses to hit this in. Like you need kind of a power extension. So I actually like this card, at least 3 minimum. But you're right, it's hard to evaluate. In Tough Nut, I think it is good. But then let's see how good Tough Nut is in Sage. Right? I know a lot of brutes got help in this set, but I like it. So
Yeah, like I put this card at like 4. Like I think this is like really nice and specifically KO. The other brutes I don't like it.
I was thinking about KO. I'm not sold on it. You might be right though. It might be. It's like either like a 4 or 2. I
yeah.
feel where it's like it's either like if it is good enough to see play in KO, like it's a 4, but it might just be too cute.
Yeah, but even with the Guardian's prevalence in Sage, this is a way to kind of go over the top and extend your hand. and paired with Buck Wilds or anything else that KO might have, you'll definitely see it play in this. I think people are going to 3 of this and then kind of dial it back as they play more KOs into Sage. I'm still looking at Rhinar personally, but speaking of Rhinar, my boy got a new card, Aggressive Pounce. This is a Rainbow Suite. If you intimidate an opponent this turn, this gets Gogan. It starts at 6, goes to a 3 block. You generally wouldn't play the yellows and blues in Rhinar, but the red, I think it's got potential. I like it. It's 4. It's a 2 for 6. Kind of goes with his game plan anyways. You're most likely intimidating it. I like this with Project Beatdown, with No Fears. And then if in context of that, it's pretty much coming in for at least a 6, maybe a 8, 9. And then you also get to go again because of the Intimidate. So you already got cards at their hand, possibly 2 with No Fear. Then you throw the Aggressive Pounce in there. I think it's good. I like it. It's a 4.
Yeah, I like this card too. The big thing that comes to mind with this is in conjunction with Predatory Plating earlier. This is like a very easy card to open up with, and then you use the resource from the plating to swing like a Romping Club or Ravenous Meat-Axe afterwards. It's a fairly simple cost curve.
Yeah. It's not
outside of
I
Rhinar,
hate
it
it.
sucks.
And
I don't know. I feel it's kind of like a 3. Like, it's okay. It probably sees play, but
And correction, guys, it was Smell Fear I was talking about, not whatever I said. Show Fear. All right. And Evan, I think this is the most appropriate card for you. Because who doesn't want like a hug from good old Evan,
But whose turn is it to read?
It's Evan's.
oh, Bear Hug. It's a 2 cost, 3 block, 7 power. Yellow is 6, blue is 5. You can only play this if you've got a 6 power or more card in your pitch zone. So, in essence, this is you need to have done something to pitch a card before this. Bear Hug seems okay in Tough Nut. I think the blue one actually sees play in KO, just because blue cards that are decent when played are tough to come by, and it's a good follow-up to something like a Wild Ride. But I don't know. It's kind of a filler piece. I think the blue one gets a 3, and I think the other 2 probably get like a 2. They're kind of like whatever.
I agree with you on the Tough Nut part. So
yeah, it's like free.
Oh, now we get to another fantastic card.
Yeah, we got Enclosed Firemind. It's a Guardian Equipment head with Arcane Barrier 1. Whatever we said about the Brute Boots, do it again. What's our real next card?
all right, we're going
It's a
to
5, baby.
All right, actually, I felt like we kind of shortchanged you, Andrew. Why don't you guys take care of this one too?
All right, Magmatic Carapace. That's a Guardian chess piece, blocks 2 of Guardwell. Whenever you play an aura, you may tap it and pay 1. And if you do, you create a Seismic Search token.
Yeah.
So, in Silver Age, I think this is 5. This is easily the best Guardian chess piece. I'm pretty
Love
sure.
the Guardwell.
It's kind of insane how similar this is to Tech Plating. Tech Plating's a legendary. This is a rare, and it's so similar, super strong.
Now, I know you guys said we were kind of covering this later, but real quick, Tectonic Plating. If you can't afford Tectonic Plating, would you say Magmatic Carapace and CC is a good alternative just for our people?
No, just because they do different things. Just because Tech Plating, you can just activate. This requires auras.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also the fact that you can just play Earthlore Bounty instead if you really need your budget Tectonic Plating.
Yeah. Okay. This is Volcanic Vice. If you created a Seismic Search this turn, this gets Spell Void 3. Actually, guys, I'm not sure what to rate this. I think
this
it's good in
bad.
Valda.
No,
not even. Okay. So let's say
the big issue with it is it says if you've created a Seismic this turn, so it's not like you own a Seismic. It's not like a Seismic broke this turn. You have to have created it this turn. So if your opponent throws arcane damage and you really need to prevent it, and you have no way to create a Seismic on this turn, you're kind of screwed.
Fair. All right, and
yeah,
I'm gonna take a quick note here. They really stepped up their game with the art stuff, just the story it's telling as far as each art piece kind of individually showcasing. I get the Marvel Olympia Exodia piece 5 where you want to kind of connect the pieces. Anyways.
Yeah, you see that's why Will likes the art of this Guardian, because of the story, because of the plot.
yeah.
Hey, I read magazine articles for the story and plot and the articles itself. What can I say? So, Basalt Boots, who's covering this one? Evan?
I can cover it. So it's a one block with temper, and if you control a Seismic Search token, it gets +1 block. So this one's a bit better than the arm piece, just because in your average game, every turn you have to block. So, you know, getting a seismic surge on 2 different turns isn't as difficult, right? That being said, though, like the other boots that Guardian has, I kind of feel is just better.
What are those?
What's it called again? The Quicken boots?
Oh, Civic Steps.
Yeah, Civic Steps.
So Civic Steps, like, I think it depends on the hero. I will say, like, Basalt, was it Basalt Steps?
Yeah, Basalt Steps.
Basalt Boots.
Or yeah.
Yeah, this is easily just the best boots for Volta in CC.
Yeah, that one's true.
And then, like, it depends on, like, how good your deck is at making seismic surges, obviously. Like, if it's completely realistic for you to make, like, a seismic surge twice within the first 3 turns of the game, this is obviously better. So that being said, what number do we give it?
Maybe like a 3, I think. It's
Yeah.
good in Volta, and it's kind of like I personally still think that Civic Steps sees play in all the other Guardians.
I mean, you can make it with, like, it's not too hard to make a seismic surge with Crash and Dash. Or, like,
It's not too hard, but I think I'd rather have the ability to just block 2 whenever I want, you know? If you're playing against a ninja, it's like Civic Steps is way better than
So
that.
you got choices. I mean, Basalt Boots is also from this set, and it's common versus Civic Steps, which you have to go through the arena game thing from when it
Yeah.
released.
when you're on the table.
Yeah, so if you don't own Civic Steps, like it's a good alternative no matter what Guardian you play.
All right. Anyway, next we have Valahai Riven, which is a yellow free block, only in yellow. When this defends, you may pay up to 3 and create that many seismic surge tokens. So the big thing that this screams to me is Volta. Volta requires you to have 3 seismic surge tokens to get dominate on your attack. And so instead of pitching a blue on your next turn, you just block with this, pitch the blue on your opponent's turn, make 3 seismic surge tokens, turn on your boots, and then, like, next turn you just have an attack that probably costs you nothing and lets you come in with dominate.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, this is like a very powerful card in Volta and Volta alone.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, this
Probably
is like
give it
a
like a
5
4.
in Volta.
Yeah,
And
5 in Volta, but like unplayable elsewhere. So
so
Yeah, it's like
what
2
for everything else?
and
2?
other cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But 5 in Volta. All right. Distant Rumbling. When this enters the arena, draw a card. Then put a card from your hand on top of your deck, 5th from the top. At the start of your turn, destroy this, then create 3 seismic surge tokens.
guys, guess what? So
Oh, this is a 0 cost red pitch. It does come in Rainbow Suite, so
Yellow and blue.
2 seismic surge tokens and 1 seismic surge token is what I'm guessing.
Yep.
All right. Evie may now talk.
I may now talk. Thank you for the privilege of talking.
Wait,
I was
everyone's
gonna say-
talking? I'm just joking. Evan, go ahead. Okay,
Freaking
sorry.
Will, we will
You may
see
talk,
you
Evan.
rolling scabs forever. If you
I love
do
you,
this.
man.
But before we started recording, we all made a list of the best and the worst cards in the set,
Mm-hmm.
and this is on my list of the worst cards. This card sucks.
Okay.
Imagine in Sage, like Sage is a 20 health format, and you're playing this like super slow card that doesn't have go again. It doesn't do anything on your next turn, and then 2 turns later, you finally get to do something.
Your
Yeah.
reward is 3 seismic surges. When you
And
could've
your
just-
reward is 3 seismics when the card we just saw makes it so much easier.
So you wouldn't say that, oh, this is a way to filter your hand, right? It's crap even to do that, huh?
Yeah, you're probably gonna block with 3 cards, play this, go, yep, that's what I'm drawing, and
Fair
a few
enough.
Yeah,
turns.
yeah, like it's a 1 card hand where you draw the top card of your deck. You're like, oh, I'm gonna see this in 2 turns. Very cool. And then
Now, what are
who
your
cares?
thoughts?
Yeah, so
of
that card
playing
sucks.
this?
It gets a 1 in every context.
All right. How about
What
the
about
palette
in
cleanse?
CC? You want to talk about it? Because you can get this off Imposing Visage.
Yeah, I know.
You can do it.
I thought of that. Don't you worry.
Okay, still a 1.
It's still a 1.
All right, what about our next card?
Yeah, why don't you do that palette cleanse and cover Rights of Earth, Evan?
Yeah, so Rights of Earthlore, it's a 0 cost Guardian action aura, a 3 block. When it enters, you create a seismic surge, and at the start of your turn, you destroy it, and your next Guardian attack gets +3 power. Yellow is +2, blue is +1.
Mhm.
Action card, not just
Yes,
attack.
it is attack action card, which is
Way worse.
disappointing. It is way worse.
No.
I think this is better than the last one, but I do think this is kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, this
might
is-
play this in CC as a one of tutor for Imposing Visage, but even then, I think it's like
Yeah,
it's
this
a bit
is
copium. So
yeah, this is a 2 for me.
yeah, it's a 2. It's like not good enough, unfortunately. Anyway, so yeah, those are the Guardian cards. Very
And then
cool.
on to Ninja. We got Mask of the Swarming Clawyr as our first one. It's a Ninja head, Arcane Barrier 1, in Spell Void X, where X is the number of chain links you control. So this one's pretty cool because, usually wizards like to kill you on your turn whenever you're presenting lethal. And this card makes that really hard because, you present lethal on your third chain link and suddenly they're like, oh, my opponent keeps gaining life as they attack me. That's really annoying.
Yeah. And even if they play around it, they don't have priority until you do something. So often enough it will have Spell Void 1 because the first thing you do is attack. So
yeah, but you wouldn't play this in CC. This is only strictly Sage, right?
oh no, because
Yeah.
in CC your masks are broken. So
yeah, okay, that's why it's cute, but yeah, so
in Sage it's like a 4. There's no
Yeah.
way it's CC play.
yeah. All right, double cross strap. Instant. Destroy this. Gain 1 resource. Activate this only if you've hit 2 or more times this combat chains. Arcane Barrier 1, 0 block. I mean, what's it replacing? So you're basically
Arcane Barrier 1 is quite powerful.
yeah.
Any ninja, and this is both in CC and in Sage, any ninja that says, I want AB1 in the chess piece, this is what you run.
So, and I guess that's the thing, but it's still in Sage, it's pretty much just taking over the blade beckner spot, right? For most of the ninjas anyway. So it's either this or that, right? So, I mean, that gain 1 resource is good. So,
something to
And
keep
in a
in
resource
mind
in Sage is great.
is in Silver Age, generally most ninjas are playing Pouncing Paws in conjunction with Tearing Shuko. I believe.
And then the Crouching Tiger chess piece.
No, not that. You can play the chess piece as well, but the main thing is generally you want to use your legs and arms to deal damage instead of on defense.
Yeah.
And so a chess piece is actually probably the best slot in Silver Age. Well, the headpiece is the best one in Silver Age, and the chess piece is probably second best.
That's true. I would say the double cross trap is a 4.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
It's fairly solid.
Next up, we got Dyed Silk Sleeves. This is a 1-block blade break. As an attack reaction, you can pay a resource and tap it, destroy a dagger you control, and target ninja attack you control in the active chain link gets +1 power. And then basically, if it doesn't hit, you destroy this arm piece. This is our Flick Knives replacement in Sage. It is way worse than Flick Knives. But having a replacement for Flick Knives makes Syndra playable, right?
Yeah.
That in its own right makes Syndra go from there's no way to make Syndra work to, at the very least, you can consider it. I put consider it with an asterisk because there's not actually a good reason. This card's not very good. So I think Syndra's still bad. I'll give it a 2, maybe a 3. Just, you know what? I'll give it a 3 for effort.
Yeah, it's going in every Syndra deck. You just
It's
have
going
to
in every
justify playing
Syndra deck. Yes, but why are you playing Syndra when Fi exists?
Yeah. Well, Fi.
Yeah,
All right, but
yeah, kind of the opposite of CC.
Right. It's they took 2 steps forward, right?
Yeah. Speaking of that, next card, 2 steps forward. 1-block ninja legs with Battle Worn. As an instant, you can destroy it to create an agility token. You can only activate this if you've hit 2 or more times this combat chain.
Not as good as my favorite Lyath card, 2 steps ahead.
Yeah. Big thing is this has to compete with Pouncing Paws. That being said, the agility token is quite interesting in the context of specifically Katsu, where you're able to use it to skip out on combos on your next turn. That's not the card we're talking about. There we go. The only problem is Katsu doesn't really have many super great combo lines to abuse in Silver Age like he does in CC because there's no Bonds of Ancestry.
Yeah, I think Katsu's the only hero worth considering, and even then it's kind of mediocre. Probably a 2.
Yeah, it's 2. Just play Pouncing Paws.
I know the next one is a reprint. Fane.
This is not a reprint.
It's a reprint from the Ira Army deck.
It is not a reprint from
it's
the
not?
Iron deck. This is a new card, Will. Is this why you kept saying oh, we're getting some reprints? And I was like, no, we're not.
I really thought this was a reprint. Damn. I think every time that I make a bold and, I sound so confident, but obviously I feigning ignorance here. It's just a segue. It's a blue pitch, 0 cost, 0 attack, 3 block, ninja attack action. When this chain link resolves, if there's a card defending this, draw a card. Go again. Guys, maybe it's because I don't play Ninja enough. I don't know what I think about this card. I'm phoning a friend. Guys, help me out here. What am I supposed to think about this?
I don't know what exactly they're looking for with it. Like the best use case is like I guess if you're playing like some attack reactions, you can do some cool stuff.
So
But,
I
like,
think the use case for it is this is not a Sage card. I'm gonna say that right. This is a CC card, and the use case is with the
Star Reps.
yeah, Scar Wrap. So essentially, like if you're playing Mask of Momentum, and this is the third chain link. So if it hits, you get to draw a card, and you have Scar Wrapped up. So you can, as a reaction, you can give it +1 to draw a card, or if they block to prevent it, you draw a card anyways. That's theoretically the reason to play it. It's not a good reason to play it, let me say.
Yeah, it sounds like a great way to lose the shelter from the storm.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So it's a cool card. I'm glad they printed it. It's a 1.
Yeah. It's a...
Hey, it's better than Titanium Bobble. It gives Kodachi go again.
You know what? It's a 2.
So let's see. What is it? What's this card do?
Become the Bottle. So this is a 0 for 3, 2 block with go again. And when this attacks, choose a card on the combat chain. This gets the chosen card's name. So it's kind of a tough card to evaluate because it seems like a Zen or Katsu card. I guess Andrew, do you think it's good in those decks?
That's interesting. So like the big things that come to mind are like obviously with Katsu you can do some like
the
interesting
bonds
lines
lines,
with
yeah.
Bonds of Ancestry involving this, but it doesn't have combos, so it's a miss on Ancestral Harmony, and so it's bad in Katsu and CC. And Silver Age, you don't have access to all those stupid combo lines, so why are you playing it there? Zen, actually, it's not that awful to copy like a Crouching Tiger for like a multi-tiger line. Like that's not awful. Another thing too that is interesting though is in the context of Ira with the Edge of Bottom lists, you can copy Edge of Bottom and like go for like double Seek Vengeance or something, I guess. But like
that's true, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of many great contexts for this.
You could give it, call it like a vengeance card as well to grab back your Edge of Autumn if your opponent like de-reacted away.
So in the context of Ira, then, because I put this as one of my lower liked cards, the Become the series, but in Ira it sounds like it's playable in some ways.
I mean, not really. It's kind of like we're being very generous to the card because we're just trying to come up with the use cases for it. But I think overall, I would give it like a 2.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so it was one of my bottom threes. Can we just give an appreciation for this guy in the corner here looking up at this girl's butt?
Oh, what a nice guy.
Right? He's hoping that water jug falls and, it's a different kind of
Anyway,
thing.
Become the Cup is a 0-cost 2-block ninja attack. And red comes in for free, yellow 2, blue 1. And as you play this, choose color. This gets the chosen color. Has go again. I actually think this is really good in Zen. I just played the red version, and it's a 0 for free that turns on Transcends for the turn. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I think Ning said the same thing, that this is more of a Zen card than anything else.
I mean, that's like the only context where it's good, but luckily it's very good in that context. So
Yeah.
I think in Zen it's like, I don't know, like a 3 to 4 maybe.
Yeah, I played in like 4 for Zen.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think that Ramen Bowl's a 4. All right.
Ooh.
Helm of Unity. I believe
we can do all of these
together, entire set because they're just 4 pieces of equipment that all have the same text box.
Helm of Unity will flash from across the stream. Helm of Unity, Plating of Unity, Gauntlets of Unity, and Pillar of Unity. We'll go ahead and go to the Plating of Unity since it's the one in the middle. When this defends together with a card from hand, this gets +1 to end of turn. It is Temper. When the combat chain closes, if this defended, put a -1 counter on it. Then if it has 0, destroy it. It's a war equipment chess piece. It is.
They're all Temper 2 equipment with like slight, like you have to jump through a slight hoop, but the hoop's pretty easy.
I think it's good. I mean, I like it. It's a 3 or 4, right? Because what access do they have in this? It's Guardwell from Blade Beckoner. So
it's very dependent on the specific warrior.
Yeah.
But like, because like each slot obviously gets better depending on the context of who you are.
Yeah. Like for instance, like I think Dorinthia, like the boots, they have really good boots. So I wouldn't run the boots in Dorinthia.
Yeah, I'd rather play Refracted Bolters over Pillar of Unity in a Doubly Dorinthia list.
And I could see some of them wanting, like for instance, like a resource-based chest. Yeah, but overall, I think all of them should be considered. I don't know, like 3 to 4s. Some might be 4s, some might be 3s.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like it. I also, again, I gotta appreciate the artwork. I didn't like the ninja ones because kind of like didn't go with each other, but this one, like, here, I'm just imagining the coal foil. That's all I'm thinking, guys. Like, there's a lot of coal foils in the boxes. I'm hyped for that. Going
I'm
on.
just upset. I wanted Arcane Barrier 1 on one of these for no reason.
Dude, I would have been, dude.
Oh no! Unity against Arcane Barrier 1 until I
Oh my god, you're cooking.
Oh,
Have you seen the memes online where it's like the Scooby Gang pulling off the hood and it's, what's this? Pull off the hood, it's Arcane Barrier, the Nolrun set. So, anyways,
Bull.
yeah. Who's on the Red Flesh? That'd be you.
Evan, I
Yeah.
believe.
Oh, Rend Flesh. It's a 0-cost blue 3-block with Go Again. Until end of turn, whenever a sword you control hits a hero, you may remove a +1 counter from it. If you do, they lose 2 life. Now, this is really, really cool because I got to tell you guys what this card does, and it's another card on my list.
Oh,
My
is it?
bottom 3 list.
Oh, I thought it would be on your
This
top
card
5, Evan.
Sucks. This is terrible. This is one of the worst cards in the set. Like, imagine. So, okay, the best case scenario for this card, all right, is you have 2 counters on a sword you control. Okay, you hit, they take 2 damage. You remove a counter. You swing with the same weapon again because you're something like Dorinthia. You hit again. You remove another counter. So, in essence, this card has dealt 4 damage. But you've removed a counter, so you've removed a damage. So this card is a 0 for 3 Go Again at its best, and that requires your opponent to not block you and for you to have 2 counters on it on your weapon. This sucks.
Would you say it's a 1?
It's a blue block 3.
Yeah, it's a 2. That being said, there's a possibility that somehow this is something that works amazing with Hala.
Yeah.
If it works amazing for Hala,
Yeah.
then
This is
right now it sucks.
Yeah. As in, it's the only card that does it. Yeah, 2.
Next card, we got Display of Craftsmanship. A 3-block warrior attack reaction, costs 2. Target weapon attack gets +4 in red, +3 in yellow, +2 in blue. And if the weapon has been sharpened this turn, you put a +1 counter on it. So this is another one of those cards that screams something involving Hala to really contextualize it.
Yeah, I guess we should explain Sharpen for those people who don't know. It's essentially you put a +1 counter on a sword you control, and at the end of your turn, you remove all the counters on it. So
yeah, all right. So, I mean, it's a 2. I mean, it's a 2 card.
Yeah. So in red, if you have the Sharpen already in an easy way, it's a 2 for 5, and if you have an additional swing, it ends up becoming a 2 for 6. And it's an attack reaction, so that's actually pretty good rate, and it's coming in a very hard to block way. Which is pretty good, but I don't know what a Hala is.
Yeah, the issue with the card with current heroes is for instance, Dorinthia does not want to sharpen just because you want to keep your Dawnblade counters. And every other hero, a 2 for +4 just seems kind of awkward. You can do better. If you want a big attack reaction, you play the Overpower.
Oh,
yeah, Overpower is generally better, but this does cost 2, which is all. I think this is the only actually 2 for just +4 that we've had.
Yeah,
it's not awful. Probably I don't know,
it might get better
2,
when we get
maybe
more
a
Hala
3.
cards out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a 3 right now, but very likely to get better with Hala.
All right. Can I appreciate the cut and carve on this? Anyways.
Yeah, this is some good art.
I love the art, dude. I don't know what it is about
dominating that meat.
Dude, I love it. What a better way to use a sword. All right, Andrew, I think this is your card.
It isn't, but I'll do it anyway. So
Please
Cutting
do.
Card is a 3-block warrior action, costs 0, sharpen target sword you control, and if it has 1 or more +1 counters on it, its next attack this turn gets Dominate, and I believe it comes in other colors.
Yeah, the other colors are weird because they all sharpen 1, and then the Dominate is just tougher to get. So the blue one, you need 3 counters to get Dominate, and the yellow, you need 2 counters to get Dominate.
Yeah, so the biggest thing that's easy to compare this to is Iron Song Determination and CC. So Determination's a yellow that costs 0, blocks free, gives target weapon +1, and Dominate until end of turn. Which, fairly similar effects.
Yeah.
And this card is all right, but it's fine. And that's kind of how I feel about Cut and Carve, but this is worse Iron Song Determination, so it's high 2, low 3 for me.
Okay.
I mean, a big issue is Iron Song Determination you used it to get Dawnblade counters. Sharpen means you can't get Dawnblade counters. So I kind of like it a lot less, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a way to close out games.
It is a good way to close out games. So I'll give it the same score as you, like a 2 to 3 sort of range, like a sort of mediocre. But I'm not a big fan of it.
I gave it a 2, and again, I think once we see the Hala Armory deck, seeing how that looks, maybe our scores will revise. But currently, with all the sets we got, not very good. All right.
Yep.
Moving on to the mech equipment, we got Embryo-based Vizier. I don't know if I said that right. If you would be dealt arcane damage, you may remove a steam counter from a hyperdriver you control to prevent one of that damage. Arcane Barrier 1, and then it's blocks for 0, but it's base head equipment. So
pretty good. Like in Max, and then because I know regular Dash, not Dash IO, but Dash IE also runs hyperdrivers. So it's quite good in both of those, just like arcane barrier equipment with slight upside if you need it.
Yeah, but those two heroes are the only ones that would run. It's IE and Max. Not a lot of other ones run hyperdrive.
I think Tekla Daddy would be interested in a base head equipment with arcane barrier. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Tekla. If Tekla was real, which he's not.
I mean, I don't know. He might be getting real.
I mean, James White told me he's gonna be real, even though we've seen all the cards.
I've been brewing my boy Teklo in CC, and he looks great.
We'll know in a month whenever if Rob's playing it or not.
Oh, this is the interesting one.
Yeah, so the next one is the Embryo Base Cortex. It's a base mechanologist equipment base chest, 0 block, guard well, and if you control a hyperdriver, it gets +2 block. So once again, it's similar to the other equipment, except instead of in terms of like it's at its best with IE as well as Max, and by that I mean it's only playable in those 2 decks, because this one is terrible if you do not have a hyperdriver. So it's like a 4 in those 2 decks and unplayable in everything else.
So on a quick note, what's embryo mean? Does that mean anything to you guys, or is that just a name?
It's like embryo, like the word embryo, but they're
and it's the base and it evolves. It's like
like an embryo.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like poetry.
Like Digimants. All right. So next we got is the embryo based digits, 1 block based arms with temper. And as an instant, you can tap it in a cog you control. Look at it +1 until end of turn. So in Silver Age Puffin, this is probably the best arms because it's 2 block temper arms, and generally your cogs on tap at end of turn, and then they blow themselves up at the start of your turn. So you don't really care about tapping a cog on your opponent's turn. And that's seems pretty good. Yeah,
like
I don't think it's that great in the others though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. And why don't you cover the embryo base walkers too, Andrew, if you don't mind?
Embryo base walkers, they have Quell 1 and they're the base legs.
I love Quell.
This is quelling slippers, but you can put Evos on it. It's actually pretty interesting because
before it gets destroyed, if you transform, I'm assuming it does not get destroyed.
Yeah, so something that's very easy to compare this to is, not compare this to, but keep in mind is Teklo's hero ability lets you play Evos as an instant, and it also costs 4, I believe. Or is it free? I haven't read this.
It costs 3 to make it an instant.
What is it? A Teklo Daddy? Hold on. I'm pulling him up. I need to read him. Okay, actually, costs 3.
How about I pull it up too? Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. What's a Teklo Daddy?
So I guess while you guys are doing that, I'll explain Quell for people who don't know, because we don't get Quell very often. It's basically arcane barrier, but for any source of damage, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you would take a damage, you pay a resource to prevent one of that damage. And the difference is when you activate the ability at the end of turn, it gets destroyed, right? So it's AB1 for any source of damage, but only for 1 turn. And as Andrew's saying, if you want to use this ability and then you transform it into like an Evo, then once you transform it, it won't get destroyed. So the clause to destroy it will go away.
Yeah. And if I remember Tekla right, 4 costs for doing all that, but he still is able to play and generate resources sometimes too. So I don't think it's that bad.
It probably sees playing Teklo, but I'm going to give it a 2 because it's bad, and Teklo is also bad.
I'm fine with trash talking Teklo. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, let's talk Blast Rig. It is a 0 cost, 1 power. It only comes in red. A 3 block Evo upgrade. This gets +1 power for each Evo you have equipped. It's boost, so you could boost a banished card and then it gets go again. Potentially the
This
upside if you jump
card's
through a hell of a lot of hoops is a 0 for 5, but that's never going to happen. I give this a 2 personally. If you guys have something else,
I give this a 1. This card is bad.
I mean, this is an instant you play as many copies as you can, and like Silver Age Techbook, I think it's the boost variant. Like, I think that sadly, really cringe block slop Teklo is probably still just the best CC variant.
yeah.
I just think this card
sad.
is, as Will was saying, too many hoops to jump through, and then like the payoff is a 0 for 5 go again.
Yeah,
And that's
I mean,
like
yeah,
kind of
it's
okay.
It's really bad though. I mean, I love the art, but I wish it was better.
Next up, Speed Demon. This is a cool card. So it's a red 0 for 3 block. It's got scrap, so when you play it, you can banish an item from your graveyard. And if you control a hyperdriver, it gets +1 power. And if you scrapped a hyperdriver from your graveyard, you can create a hyperdriver with 2 steam counters on it. To note, with Max gives the ability to, or gives your hyperdrivers the ability crank. So you can remove a steam counter from the hyperdriver you create to gain an action point. So you can essentially make this a 0 for 4 go again that creates a hyperdriver, which is incredibly powerful. The issue is you need a hyperdriver in your graveyard to do this, which makes me a little hesitant on the card. I think it's very, I don't want to say very good. I do think it's playable in Max, but I feel like often enough it'll just be a 0 for 4 with no ability because you won't have a hyperdriver in grave because, you know, Max kind of wants to keep those around for many turns.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll probably give it like a 3.
I'll put up like 4. Like, this is like, I think a thing that you'll play if you're Max.
Yeah,
I agree.
Probably,
I just feel
but you
it's
have to
less
versus
good.
hyperdriver.
I think it's less good than it
And-
looks, which is why I give it a 3, but I think it's still playable.
To our newer players out there, people usually flip their equipment on their play state face down, but you should throw it in your graveyard. That's why it's equipment from your graveyard. You're just saying get used to it. But right.
It doesn't matter with that one. Anyway, next we got Teklo for Bucket 2000. Blue free block 0 cost with boost. And when it attacks, the next attack you boost its combat chain gets +2. So this is like probably a 5. Like any boost deck, you just play this. It's probably like one of the best blues in the deck.
Andrew's trolling you. Andrew's 100% trolling you, right? It's not good, right?
Bro, you say this card's bad?
Will,
Dude,
are you smoking something? This is
like,
literally
listen,
the most
we have
objectively good card in the set.
guys. We have a lot of new players out there. You're confusing the hell out of them. This card is garbage. It's
What do you mean?
Teklo.
Will,
This big heist coming for 7.
Will, hold on. We want to pause. This is literally the most like playable card, like the most obvious.
Yeah, this is a free up idea one, ironically, man.
Okay,
we've seen so far.
So in Sage, this card is good.
In Sage, yes, it is good. In CC, it is good. This is the most playable card we've seen. A lot of the other cards we've said like, oh, this might be good in this scenario. This is the only card we've seen so far where I'm like, this sees play 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, like conjunction like with this and Goliath Gauntlet, you can go like Goliath Gauntlet, play this heist for 9, and like, you know, blocking a heist for 5 is annoying but possible. 7, you're already kind of spooky. 9 is a big number for a lot of decks, and when that's like 9 on hit, get a boom grenade or a cerebellum processor that'll then crank and use to draw a card, that's insane. And then every other time it's blue. Like, people are playing blue T-Bone already, man.
Yeah, a 0 for 3 go again.
Or blue 0 to 60
that's blue is insane. So definitely a 5.
Yeah, like I hate this card because it's good.
Interesting. All right, well, guys, what can I say? Assembly module, crank. As this enters the arena, you may remove a steam counter from it. If you do, get an action point. This is a blue 0 mech item. This enters the arena with a steam counter. At the start of your turn, destroy this unless you remove a steam counter. Action, tap. Search your deck for a hyperdriver. Put it into the arena, then shuffle.
So I put this on my list of best cards, or at least my favorite cards, because this card is a house. This is a very, very cool and very, very good card in Max specifically, both in CC and in Sage.
I think
because
my issue is I've not played against enough maxes, man. Like they've been so out of the loop. I just don't know. Like
I mean,
so,
just think about red hyperdriver
yeah.
costs 1 resource to play. This is a blue red hyperdriver that costs 0 resources.
Mm.
And more importantly, if you swing your weapon, which is the wrench, so Max's weapon puts a steam counter on an item if
Mhm.
it hits. If you put a steam counter on this, every single turn you get an extra hyperdriver for free. So it's essentially a
Once you
free
have them in deck.
hyperdriver. Yeah, and then like it forces your opponent to block your wrench while it's in play, just because it's so threatening. Like it's such a good effect if you keep it around.
Okay. So you guys give it obviously a 5 and max.
It's a 5 in max. It's kind of sad that max sucks even
Yeah.
with it, but I think it's a cool card.
Because you're playing Max, you know.
So shall we just cover the next Evo, beta, base heads, chest,
Yeah, we
arms,
can do them all
legs?
at once.
Yeah. I'll flash them on the
They're
screen for everyone
all
to show it.
basically the same.
Yeah, essentially they're all blue 0 cost, 1 block battle warns, where you can transform from a base equipment of like the equipment type,
Mhm.
and they make evos. Yeah, evos cost 1 less to play, or evos of their type cost 1
Yeah.
less to
Yeah.
play. So
Or they'd be insane if those
these
cost
are
less.
these are CC cards. I'm gonna be real. They synergize well with like the majestic evos from Bright Lights. In Sage, they're okay, I guess. You probably play them in Teklo, but Teklo is not good. So I don't know, maybe a 2 in Sage.
All right. Do you need a palette cleanser, Evan? Do you want to cover heavy metal hardcore? Because you know
I
you're a
can
hardcore
cover.
guy.
You know, I'm pretty hardcore. It's true. Heavy Metal Hardcore is a 0 cost, 3 attack, 3 block with boost, and it has, if you've banished an Evo this turn from boosting, it gets +1 power.
Bless
So
you.
in essence, if you're playing boost Teklo, this can very easily become a 0 for 4 go again,
Mhm.
and that's very good. And if you're not playing boost Teklo, it's bad.
And it is rainbow,
Yeah.
right? You did mention it's red to blue. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rainbow. So
Yeah. How this card wasn't in Bright Lights, I don't know.
it looks like a Bright Lights card, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's triggering my PTSD. But
Oh,
yeah, it's probably
man.
like 4 boost Teklo.
Well,
Like,
what's the score for boost tech then? What do you?
I mean, it's, yeah, as Andrew's saying, it's a 4 in boost Teklo, but boost Teklo is like a bottom, like less than bottom tier deck. So
Yeah. What a heart wrencher.
Yeah, Heart Wrencher here is just 0 for free, block free, red with boost, 2 in yellow, 1 in blue. But it's a wrench. So what that means
shoot.
is literally nothing in Silver Age, I believe.
yeah,
But I believe in CC
there's
you
wrench
have
clamp
access-
in CC
clamp press, I think.
or clamp press. Yeah, so
Yeah, pull that
clamp
up.
press can give
Yeah.
this +2 power in CC, so it's pretty good there.
I'll flash
So
on
I
the
think
screen.
both these cards that we've seen so far, the Heavy Metal Hardcore and Heart Wrencher, are pretty bad in Sage, but they probably see play in Max and Teklo in CC. So
And if they paid attention to the season 4 gem packs, you know that Max is getting a lot of love with that Max Netroid mechanoid thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, a clamp press lets your
Yep.
Banksy come in for 5 and
Yeah.
turns his Heart Wrencher into a 0 for 5. And so if you're playing Wrench Max, I guess it is like a 4.
Fair.
in CC and in Sage, it's
Alright.
basic. It's 0 to 50 in Sage.
Okay. So I'm going to cover concealed nerve gas, concealed pathogen, and concealed sedative at the same time. First, love the art. It's a ranger equipment chest trap. All right. Cloaked, equipped this face down. And then while this is equipped face down, when an attack with go again hits you, destroy this and create frailty token under each opponent's control. The concealed pathogen is played or activated attack reaction. You create a blood pox. And then sedative is greater than base hits you, destroy this and create an inertia token. I mean, I think in Riptide it has some play, right? Like,
Yeah, so on
Yeah.
Riptide, these do 1 damage to your opponent. And something's also really funny is the Blood Rot one can be really annoying.
Yeah, I think the
because it-
Blood Rot one is the only one that sees play. The problem with these 3 is when you're required to trigger them, right?
Yeah.
So
So
it's
you have
not
to get
you
hit.
may trigger. It's if the condition is the first time the condition is met, you automatically trigger them. So
Wait, you
even if
have
you
to
don't
do
want
that?
to, yeah, you do have to. Yeah. So, for instance, the inertia one sounds really good, except if your opponent doesn't have a card in hand, the inertia token does nothing.
I can't wait for
So,
the
because
first
of
time.
this, I agree in terms of I think the attack reaction because the frailty and the inertia are very conditional. So the fact that you're required to trigger it makes them terrible. Blood Rot is just always good. So
Yeah.
I could see a world where the Blood Rot one sees play, but I think the other two are just bad.
I did not realize that you couldn't control this. I thought it was like when you wanted to use it. So that changes my score.
Oh,
I would
trust
say
me, I'm a Riptide boy, so I read all those cards.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you rate Pathogen? I'm going to abstain from this one.
I think the Pathogen one's probably like a 2. It goes up to a 3 if you have a very attack reaction heavy
Okay.
meta.
All right. I have an update. I checked the release notes. It is optional.
It is optional,
okay,
really?
Okay, that's good.
Why does the
specify it is? Because otherwise, that's a rules nightmare.
why are they
Because it
written
causes something that could cause failure to maintain game state or like a game rules violation, technically
Alright.
speaking, that the opponent would not be aware of, whilst still technically, as the way the rules are written, causing an issue for them. And I was like, oh god, that's a nightmare.
Wow, I really hate the way that these cards are written.
Does that change your score, Evan?
That
And-
actually does change my score.
Andrew, perfect timing on that, dude. Like, excellent timing. Evan, what's your new score?
If that's the case, I think the inertia one is very good.
Okay.
Because inertia trap is very good. I think the inertia chess piece is super good.
Yeah, you can deal one damage to your opponent.
Yeah, deal 1 damage, and then you also get to tuck a card from
Yeah.
them. So it's like a 4 value card in Riptide.
So
I could even see it seen play in other Rangers. The others are less good.
You don't see that like let's say nerve gas in certain decks, like against like a Syndra, Phi. You don't see this coming in to play as helpful.
I mean, who cares? Like, the problem is you've already been hit, right? Like, if you're playing against, like, let's say, like a Kasai for some reason,
Sure.
like the first dagger hits, like, oh, the second, or not the first sword hits, the second sword gets -1, but it's like, so that you're getting 2 value.
Gotcha. I
The
see.
Blood Rot might see play, as I said. I think the Blood Rot's like a 2. The frailty is probably like 1 to 2, like a low 2.
Okay.
And then I think the inertia is probably, honestly, the inertia is tough to say. Maybe like a 3 to 4. I think I'll say 3. I think it's playable. Like, it could be a 4 depending on the meta.
Fair. That's a tricky card, man. All right, you also get covered Bolton Boots. So check that out.
Bolton Boots is cool. So it's 1 block battle worn. As an attack reaction, you pay a resource, destroy it, and you give an arrow attack with power greater than its base, go again. Yeah, Snapdragon Scalers is banned in Sage, so this is like your best option for boots in Ranger. So I think it's just like a 5.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with it. I'd rather have Snapdragon Scalers, but beggars can't be
Yeah,
choosers.
there are worse things he could be playing. Yeah, it's fine.
Pretty good.
Next we got Rainbow Goo Trap here. Red free block.
I didn't know Starvo was in Sage. This is great. Anyways, go ahead. He's
Red free block 0 cost Ranger defense reaction trap. And when this defends an attack with power greater than its base, dominate and go again. The attack gets -2 and loses and can't gain abilities.
Does it have to have all 3 of those, or can it just have one of those?
It does have to all 3.
Oh,
yeah, it's hard to be otherwise. It's like, yeah, it just blocks an attack with go again. Like it's a 1 card
That'd be
5.
so much better though.
That would be insane.
So if Starvo ever gets like a young hero version, this card is insane. And if Starvo doesn't get a young hero version, which it never should, because why the hell would they do that?
This is a 1, right?
No, it's still evasive leap.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, it's like a 2, I guess. Okay. I don't know. You can also like play it and say, I'm gonna goo you.
I can say shoot your goo, my dude.
I'm gonna shoot my goo.
Yeah, we
I
really
think I'll give it a 2.5 just for that.
We need to really come up with the merch just so we can put these stupid slogans on these shirts. Right?
Oh, that one. Someone already beat us to that one.
No, I'm heartbroken.
Someone already beat us to shoot my dude.
All right, let's go ahead and palette cleanse it. You can read this one too.
Oh, Courageous Crossing, blue, free block, 0 cost, Ranger action trap, not a reaction. No. creates a courage token under target hero's control and has go again. And also, when it defends an attack with power greater than its base, gets to remove a +1 counter from target permanent.
Wow. Amazing.
So
I mean, I'm kind of kidding. The effect isn't like anything, but like for Riptide, just a 3 block that pings them fairly frequently seems pretty good as a blue.
yeah, the big thing that comes to mind is specifically Enigma, Riptide.
That could work too, yeah.
Like having a tool that can actually deal damage to Enigma during their turn when they're swinging.
And
their
you can
big
turn off their
thing,
go again. So
or
that's
potentially
not
turn
bad.
off go again. Yeah, is pretty cool. It could be like a 1-card 5 in that specific context.
Honestly, the effect of the card itself is not bad either. Like a 0 for a courage, which a courage just gives +1.
Yeah,
So,
this is
like-
target hero, not just you.
Yeah. So you can target your opponent if you want to trigger traps, but you can also target yourself to give like your next arrow +1. And like a blue 0 for +1 3 block is not the worst thing ever.
Interesting.
Like
Okay.
yeah. I think it's okay in Riptide. I don't know, maybe like 3 to 4. I don't know.
I feel more like 2 to 3 on it.
2 to 3. Okay.
Well, I'll just
We'll
say
say
3.
then. Yeah.
I will cover Frail Swing Line. It's a blue pitch, 0 cost, Ranger action trap. Very similar to the other one. Create a Frailty token under the target hero's control. Go again. When this defends an attack with less than its base, its controller discards a card. I think this card slept. It's a 3 block, by the way. Blue 3 block. So it's already at the base of a 3. I think it's actually pretty good 4. What do you think? No, you don't think so, Evan?
I mean, how are you like
If you're
triggering
concealed
this
nerf
is very
gas,
difficult is the issue.
you do it with your concealed nerf gas, bro.
But okay.
I guess you can do that, yeah.
Yeah, like this is like you have to have specifically some way to trigger it, and I can't think of like an amazing way
There
to
are-
trigger it off the top of my head outside of Ravenous Rabble decks.
Yeah, so I think Ravenous Rabble it's good against, but like a card being good against Ravenous Rabble alone seems kind of questionable. And then
I'm
it's
sure
good
there's
against like
context.
Warriors, I guess, if you have a frailty, but that's
Yeah.
also a bit questionable.
So you're saying it's
so.
too niche, and I guess that's the thing. I don't know what could give frailty tokens out so quickly because again, in Sage, like it's a different format where I'm used to the codexes.
Well, it's
right?
like frailty tokens are nice, but like if your opponent doesn't swing with their weapon or play from their arsenal, they do nothing.
Mm.
So
Okay, and you're saying it's hard to just give them frailty outside of just normal willy nilly. So you're saying
Yeah.
this is a 2 or 3.
like the card we just saw before is super easy to trigger, and even though the effect isn't relevant, like Riptide will ping your opponent
Right.
if the effect is like active, right? So that's pretty good. But this one is very difficult to trigger, even though the trigger itself has like a really broken ability attached to it.
Yeah.
So
I guess
I'm kind of iffy on it.
that
I
makes
think it's
sense.
a trap. I think it's a 2.
Okay, makes sense. I was thinking like with still nerve gas, maybe Frail Swing Line, get more value, but
It's
maybe that's
just
Christmas
too
land.
cute.
So,
It's
yeah.
too cute.
You know, they always say, Andrew, I quoted you last week when you weren't here, but you get on to me all the time for being too damn cute and not playing the damn
Yeah.
math, right?
Enough as you are.
All right. Evan, back to you, man.
A Quickening Sand, it's a blue 0, cost 3 block Ranger action trap. Create a Quicken token under target hero's control, go again. And when it defends an attack with go again, you tap a hero or an ally. This one's pretty cool, actually. Making a Quicken token seems quite strong. And once again, it's another ability that's like really easy to trigger, right? The tapping a hero or ally is a bit questionable. Like it's not relevant too often, but in Riptide, like you get the ping.
Yeah. So you're saying it
And,
blinks
like-
for 3 and then.
1-card 4 in blue.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's good in Riptide, similar to the Courage token one. What do you feel about this? Like the effect, Andrew? Like, is making a Quicken good enough that you think it might see play?
I don't know. I don't like it too much. Like the big idea with it is like you play it turn 0, you play this just to make it quicken. Next turn you have like a big hand to attack your opponent with, and if you draw it later in the game, you just block with it as like a closing tool.
Yeah.
So like attacking a hero or ally. So like Ravy's not super relevant in this format. Euromai is like the big thing.
It's an
to worry
ability
about.
to keep in mind for the future, just because I feel
Yeah.
like it'll become more relevant the more tap abilities start popping up. But at the moment, it's kind of like a nothing ability.
Yeah. So next we have Spellbait Trap. So this is a 0 cost, 2 block Ranger action trap. With your next arrow attack this turn gets +3, +2 in yellow, +1 in blue. With go again. And when this defends and the attacking hero is dealt arcane damage this turn, create a Spellbait Aegis token. Yeah, this card's like pretty good. One of the big differences between CC and Silver Age is that you don't have access to premeditate, and so it's a lot harder to get like the critical mass of buffs in Azalea to actually like hurt your opponent, and in Riptide as well.
Yeah.
So this like can make up for that pretty easily. And then
I'll say there are like alternatives too. Like there are other 0 for +3 buffs that don't see play in like CC Azalea that Sage players have to play. They're pretty mediocre. So having this one be like have a relevant defensive effect is pretty cool, right? Like
Yeah,
against
this
like
is-
arcane heroes like Runeblades, this is a block 3 +3 buff, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, and like in Riptide will deal like 1 damage to them as well. Like this
Yeah.
is like really cool. I like this card a lot. This is
I,
like,
think it's like a 5. I think this
yeah, it's
card
like
is
4 or
one of the
5. It's
best
one of my favorite
ranger
cards in
cards.
the set.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So your next arrow attack that's turning to +3. Let's say you play this in Riptide. Is that triggering the trap, or because that's the
No, you have to block with it.
So
Yeah,
that's the only
Triggering
way.
the trap has the defense.
Gotcha. Okay. Helm of Might and Magic. Great game, by the way. The old ones. This is Blade Break. Spell Void 1. We are actually in the Rune Blade equipment heads. It's blocks for 1.
Seems good. Yeah, just
Basic.
you only get one or the other, but
Yeah.
once again, it's like slot condensing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it sees play just because like there are 2 block helms. There's
Yeah.
AB1 equipment. Maybe give it like a 3.
Yeah.
Like it might see play.
Yeah, and Vincent has Evanfold instead.
Yeah.
That's
Well-
true. Yeah, Vincent doesn't play it.
I give it a 2.
You gave it a 2. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fair.
Is
Feels
it
like
because
a 2 or 3 for me?
is it because Evan Fold kind of fills that niche with Vincent and the rest of them just
He comes back. I miss him. I'm crying. Oh, I'm
Go ahead.
covering this one.
go ahead and read through the pain there.
Rune Bleed Robe. It's a 0 block chess piece Runeblade equipment. Instant destroy this. Actually, destroy this and a rune chant you control. Prevent the next 1 arcane damage that would be dealt to you this turn. So essentially, it's Arcane Barrier 1 and Spell Void 1 if you destroy a rune chant. So
Do you like it? I mean, there's not a lot of options that goes with it.
like
though,
it's better than AB1. Like null rune
Yeah.
like chest or this is better. So it'll probably see play.
Yeah.
And like but it's like kind of like whatever. I guess
Yeah,
it's like a
like-
3 to 4. Just
Yeah,
like
it's
a,
like a 4
card.
because there's not much better than it.
Okay, that's
Not
fair.
because it's good. Next, we got Beckoning Hand here, which is a 2-block Runeblade Arms with Guardwell, and as an action, you can pay 3 and destroy this to return target aura of cost. Sorry, you can pay XX and 1 to destroy this. Return target aura of cost X from your graveyard to your hand. Sorry, it's a very weird templating that we haven't had
Yeah.
before. So you'll notice that doesn't have Go Again. So as cool as that ability is, you can't just play the aura afterwards. So if you're like grabbing like an aura that doesn't have Go Again, it gets awkward really fast.
yeah, the ability is kind of like a nothing thing. Like it's good that it's there. You'd rather it there than not, but
Yeah.
I think like this
You
is
just-
a 2 block Guardwell and
Yeah,
it gets
so
a
it's a
4
5.
because of that.
Yeah. It's 2 Blade Gargoyle. And then, yeah. I mean, nothing to say. It's not really much competition for it. All right, Blackstone Greaves. Again, I do like the art, guys. I
You
say
like
that
the
every
art?
time. I
You
love
always
the art.
bring it up whenever it's the leg equipment. Is there something you'd like to tell us?
I
Is
love
there
feet.
something you want to say to us?
Listen,
Okay.
it started with Verdance and snuggling on those little toes of hers that smell like roses. Like,
All right, let's
All right, so
let's
if,
move on.
if you dealt
So what does
arcane
Blackstone
damage this
Greaves
turn,
do?
if you dealt
But
You
before
son of
we
bitches.
talk about this card, I just want to ask everybody. We're already like pretty far in this. If you've joined us for this entire time and enjoyed Will's commentary, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell
It-
Will which toe your favorite Verdant
Ooh.
toe is.
that is
Is
a
it the
great
pinky?
question.
Is it a,
No. Actually, that's a great. We're going to take a small little break here to answer this question. Are you, gentlemen, a pinky toe lover, a big toe lover, or do you like to suck on all 3 toes in the middle? Like, are you greedy little boys? Which ones are you?
I never thought about this before. I think I'll have to get back to you.
Okay.
on it.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys about it next week.
yeah? Comment down below which you prefer.
So stupid, guys. All right.
Anyway, please
So what
go
does
ahead.
Blackstone
Will.
Greaves
If you
do,
deal arcane
Will?
damage this turn, this gets +1 temper, and is when this combat chain closes, if the dependent hit a -1 counter on it. Then if it has 0, destroy it. It's a block 1 in the boost slots. I think this is actually pretty decent. Goes with the Runeblade defense reactions that are in this set or that we already have access to. It's a temper
Eh.
2 block. I mean, it is as good as the Guardwells, but it's not bad.
So one of the new cards in this set is another defense reaction that deals arcane damage. So
Yeah, it's
there is more arcane damage on
Mhm.
your opponent's turn that compared to like before. So it's not as bad as it seems. The issue is like doing it consistently just seems
Mhm.
like you can't guarantee that, you know.
Right.
If your opponent has some random resource floating, like they're just gonna pay for it, and this is gonna block for 1 the entire
Mhm.
game, when you could just play like Guardwell equipment and block for 2.
Well, so and that's the thing. It's like we're comparing this to the Guardwell boots. Everything's compared to the Guardwell equipment,
Yeah,
right?
Blade Beckoners.
Yeah, the Blade Beckoner's equipment. It's so much better.
Or yeah.
So this would be a cheap option because those boots are hella expensive, and there's no way currently of getting them other than buying.
They're gonna become cheaper once the pre-cons come out. Because
Oh.
Blade Beckoner boots expensive?
I think it got expensive when Sage was
Announced?
introduced, yeah, because it became like $5 or something for the important ones. But I do think this is not a great card.
Okay.
I think it's a trap.
It's a trap. Let's move on. All right, I believe this one is yours, 7.
Sigil of Sylphidae.
It's Sylphidae, you know?
Yeah, sure. It's a 0-cost blue 3-block. It is an aura with Go Again, and when it enters or leaves the battlefield, you can banish an aura you in your graveyard, and if you do, it deals 1 arcane damage to target hero, and then at the beginning of your action phase, you destroy it. So essentially, you get to banish an aura from your graveyard and deal 1 arcane damage twice. The effect itself is like kind of mediocre, but it's a blue block
Yeah.
3 Go Again aura with like 2 arcane damage attached to it. Like, it's a good card in Viscerai. It probably sees play elsewhere as just sort of like a solid blue card that you're happy to play out sometimes. So I don't know, it gets like a 3 for me.
Yeah, blue block 3s are pretty good. And it has like some text on it.
Appropriate that you get this card, Andrew.
Runic Fell Song. So free for 7 in red, 6 in yellow, 5 in blue, free block. Rune Blade attack. When this attacks, you banish an aura from your graveyard. If you do, deal 1 arcane damage to target hero. So this is, 2-card 8, and it also does it in split damage. That's really annoying to block. Like, no one's blocking the arcane on this unless they're at 1.
Yeah. Do you play the yellows and blues as well?
I don't think so. But one thing that's
I
also
might
really
play the
helping
blue, but
about
yeah,
this is in specifically Florian, it lets you banish Earth auras from your graveyard, such as Sigil of Earth, to get to 1 Earth and banish. And since in Silver Age, you're young Florian, you only need 4 Earths to get turned on. And so what that means is you're able to actually decompose once to actually get the cool hero ability.
Yeah, which is pretty good. And
I
you can say
didn't
the same
think about
thing about
that.
the Sigil we just saw. So
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
it's kind of a niche use case. I don't think it like adds too many points to
Mhm.
Florian, I'm gonna be real, but it is a pretty important one for Florian players to know. Yeah.
Florian's a pretty mathy dude, and this is a good math card. I like it. I put it like
No,
Florian.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Weeping Battleground. 0 cost. This is a rainbow. It's red, yellow, blue. The defense reaction, Rune Blade defense reaction goes lower. The red blocks for 3, then it goes to 2, then 1. You may banish an aura from your graveyard. If you do, deal 1 arcane damage to target hero. So
This is a card I was talking about with the boots.
Yeah, I like
It's just
it
bad
though.
Sigil of Suffering.
So does this scream that they might ban Sigil of Suffering or keep it? But to go to Andrew's point, this is for Florian to kind of get online faster, and that way it's pretty decent to do that game plan because it's still a defense reaction. So it's and there's a lot of Earth auras. So is it a worse defense reaction? I think it's just a different one. I mean, I would play Sigil of Suffering probably first, but this isn't a bad one.
Yeah, I mean, Sigil of Suffering is unconditional.
Yeah.
And if they take the arcane, it blocks for a bigger number.
Yeah.
So you're just going to play Sigil of Suffering instead. Like, the one use case is in Florian as a way to get turned on faster. And then in CC, you can banish Shanes of Methodist and Vinset, but that's cooking a little too much.
Yeah.
That is cooking a little too much.
Well, you're saying you really want this in Florian to turn him on and get his swing.
I think it's a bit too cute. It's just you can do it. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it's like in the 2 to 3 range to me.
Yeah, play the blue block 3 that we saw instead.
Okay, fair enough.
Next up, we got the Shroud of Fate Watchers. We're on to Wizard card. So this is a Wizard Equipment headpiece, 0 block with Blade Break. And when it leaves the arena, you create a Sigil of Fate token. So Sigil of Fate tokens, at the start of your turn, they get destroyed, and you get to opt one. So
Oh,
this card sucks. It's nothing. Like, if you want to opt, you can freaking play the Talismanic Lens.
yeah.
So I guess if you really want a sigil, and I mean it's a headpiece that's a sigil, but at the moment I don't think anybody cares that much. So
I don't think I ever realized that Sigil of Fate was actually a token in this game. Right? I just never seen it.
it's not. I
mean,
mean
it's
it
in the
literally
set.
got created for this set. Fate has
Okay.
existed.
Yeah.
All right. You want to cover the next one too, Evan, since you had a bad card?
Sure. Robe of Resourcefulness, which is a much better card. It's a Wizard Equipment chest, 0 block, Blade Break again, and when it leaves the arena, you get 2 resources. It seems pretty good because all the current chess pieces make 1 resource. They basically banned every chess piece that makes multiple resources. So you might think like, oh, this is good in Kano because you get 2 resources. It having to leave the battlefield makes this a lot worse, just because like the combat chain has to close. So you can't do this at instant speed when your opponent puts lethal on the stack.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is not good.
Yeah.
It-
This card has to compete with Spellfire Cloak as its main issue.
Yeah, and Spellfire
And-
Cloak, even though it only makes 1 resource, it's a consistent 1 resource.
And it has Arcane
so-
Barrier 1.
and it has Arcane Barrier 1. So
It's
this
amazing
card is
slot
not good.
compression.
Yeah.
Yep.
So unconditional Spellfire Cloak's better, except for one thing, gents, that you did not mention. This, in fact, has a black cat in the picture.
Gets a 5 from me, yeah.
Okay, clearly the card's busted and not a 1.
All
Yep,
right.
totally.
Gloves of Erasure. When this leaves the arena, destroy target or a token. It's a Blade Break, Wizard Equipment Arms, 0. Help me out, fellas. How
Seems
often?
like Enigma hate.
Yeah,
Right.
this is like a sideboard card for Enigma, I believe. Which, I mean, it's solid Enigma hate. Like, if all you have to do is have this in play, and suddenly they can't start stacking super hard on one Spectral Shield.
Yeah. But the competition for this is, in fact, Hold Focus, right? Like, so it's either this or Hold Focus. There's not any other choices other than the
Yeah,
Blade
like
Break.
this is a sideboard card at best. So like,
Yeah. No, it's a sideboard card for Enigma specifically. It is very good. Like, Spectral Manifestation makes a Spectral
That's
field
true.
with 3+1/+1 counters on it, and that's like a main board Enigma card, and this hoses that completely. Yeah.
I think it's Evan's turn.
Is it
Oh,
my turn again? So we've got the Aether Storm Wellingtons, which 0 block wizard legs with Arcane Barrier 2. That's insane. That's slot compression right there as well.
All right. Score?
Yeah. It's like a 5, but
I mean, yeah.
like you're not going to play it in main. You're just going to play
Like
it
a
against
4 to 5, it's just like a good sideboard card
Yeah,
that
you
every
play it
wizard
in the
will
mirror
play.
as a wizard,
Yeah,
and then never again.
pretty
All
much.
right.
But now we got Glyph Power Spell. So this is a 2-cost free block. In red, you deal 4 arcane to any target, but if you control a card of Sigil in its name, instead you deal 6 arcane damage. Yellow base is free, blue base is 2, and then of course it's +2 on all of them. It's very similar to Emeritus Scolding, if you've seen that. So what's interesting about this is its interaction with the Sigil of Fates. Like, that's obviously the big thing you do with most wizards to abuse this. And then in Acilio, it's a really good big spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, this takes the place of Burn Bear as like, how do you beat
Yep.
like fatigue decks? And the answer is you get this big chungus power spell to answer it, which is pretty cool. Another
At the
interaction
moment,
is
I think it's like an Acilio card. I guess, do you think that other wizards play sigils for this?
maybe, but probably not. One thing that's really funny about this too is that it works with Sigil of Solace and CC. So if you can find a way to play this in response to a Sigil of Solace on the stack, it does do 60.
That's really funny. I did not realize that was the case.
Yeah, the only way to do it I know of without Stormstriders is like Eclectic Magnetism.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, if
No,
anyone
this
can figure
card's Acilio.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
people are
it's like
saying,
4 or
and
5.
keep this in mind, that there's a lot of seeding for Blaze eventually coming to
Yep.
either CC or Sage.
I don't see how they can make that fair though.
I mean, they can make it fair.
I mean, she's very susceptible to fatigue and she doesn't have super big
Yeah.
damage turns.
Like the Sigil of Fates opting 1 is like a Blaze thing. This card's a very good Blaze card, so keep that in mind for whenever she comes.
All right. Yeah, I've pegged it for an Acilio spell. So in Acilio,
Oh, it's only in red. Okay.
yeah, in Acilio it's
I
a
didn't
4
realize
or
that.
5, and then in everyone else it's like a 3. Is that what I'm hearing? Or
And everyone else, it's like a 2. You
Okay.
probably just don't play it.
Yeah.
Andrew, I think this is yours.
Okay, we got Painful Premonition here. So it's a 0-cost free block. And red deals free damage to any target, yellow 2, blue 1. And if this deals damage, you create a sigil fate token. So in Acilio, it's a zap that creates a sigil, which is kind of weird. You don't really play it in CC, but in Silver Age for Acilio, like I think it's
Yeah, the arcane
possible.
spells in Sage are much less powerful than Mind Warp. So this one
Yeah,
is
so it's,
ironically one of the better zaps that exists. So it might
Yeah.
see play, but
it also does any target, which there are a few spells that do that.
yeah. So I do feel it, like no matter what, I think sideboard play just for
Yeah.
like allies and things. But
Yeah, I think it's like a 4 in Acilio.
yeah, I agree.
Ironically, I forgot that it was my turn, but yeah, I just gave it to you. Thank you for playing along, Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cover
Oh,
future
you've been
sight.
doing this a lot, Will.
Dude,
Yes.
guys, I apologize. I've lost my orders. I'm messing things up. So,
I like to talk about future sight since you lack it.
well,
How do you feel about Future Sight, the Magic the Gathering set?
Alright.
I love it. I love the blue eyes and the boop on the head. I think that's great. It's a 1 cost. It's a rainbow, so it's red, yellow, blue. The difference is in how many create X sigil fate tokens. The red is create 3. The yellow is create 2. The blue is create 1. I mean, I don't know what this does for the wizards other than opting and destroying sigils. So it does go well with some things we covered, like glyph power spell, but you're taking a slot up when you could just do other things.
Yeah, the big thing to combo this with is Glyph Overlay, which is a spell that gets +1 for each sigil you have in play.
Mm.
And so, like, with this, in Acilio, if you have, like, 2 sigil connectivities in play, you just play a red Future Sight, and suddenly red Glyph Overlay is coming in for, like, 8. You know, that's a big number. I don't think it's that good, but, you know, it sounds cool.
Yeah, because the problem is you can just like play like an Amp 3 card,
Yeah.
and it works on cards that aren't Glyph Overlay. So
Kind of gave it a 2,
it's
but
cute though. So
Yeah.
did you guys give it higher?
no,
Okay.
Honestly, it could be a 1.
yeah, I think it's a 1. But
Okay.
Speaking of 1s, Evan.
speaking of 1s, this card is unplayable in Sage, literally, because it's a Shiana specialization. And Shiana is not legal in Sage right now, but we can cover it right now. Maybe they'll add Shiana to Sage. It's a yellow 0 cost, I think, Shiana specialization. And you name a living legend hero, and you become that hero. Or hold on, how does it read?
Become that hero until the start of your next turn.
Until
except
the
your
start of your
base
next
health.
turn.
Yeah.
Except your base health doesn't change. So that seems bad.
Because it kind of is. There are some fun ones you can copy. But yeah, this card is just not legal in Silver Age. It's not legal in Classic Constructed. So were you going to do Plate and Blitz?
All right. Well, if
No.
that's the case, Evan, do you
No.
want to cover the pretty cards for the next 4? Right?
Do I want
Just-
to cover the illusionist cards? Oh hell no!
well,
I don't.
I definitely know it's not going to be Andrew. So, Evan, you're going to have to do it. All right.
Fine. I'll do it. I'm not gonna like it. I'll frown the entire time. All right, so we got the Silken Shroud, and I can cover all of these just because they
Yeah.
do basically the same thing, but the token you get is different. So they all have Ward 1. Headpiece makes a Ponder when it gets destroyed. Chest piece makes a Vigor. Arm piece makes a Might. And then I believe the leg piece makes an Agility token. And all
Yeah.
of these are absolutely terrible, except for the headpiece. The headpiece is good.
All right. Evan.
The issue with all the tokens is like, you know, a Vigor token is good, but like you don't know what your next hand is going to be, so you don't know if the Vigor will do anything.
Sure.
Ponder, it's very easy to set up your hand so that you don't have an arsenal, and the Ponder gets you an arsenal. So, you know, the headpiece is just like a 4 value headpiece, which is very strong.
No.
What do you-
How would you evaluate this if Enigma New Moon was legal in Silver Age?
I don't remember what Enigma New Moon does.
Will, can you pull up Enigma New Moon for
I
those
would
most of
love
class
to.
that I've forgotten? That's not Enigma New Moon. That's Enigma. Enigma New Moon says equipment you own get cloaked, so you put them face down. And as an instant, you can pitch free chi to turn target face down equipment you have equipped face up. And if it has Warden, you create free spectral shield tokens. So how do you feel
that's
about
cool.
these if you're able to turn a card into the free spectral shield tokens with them?
I mean, once they print Enigma New Moon as a rare in Sage instead of a legendary, yeah, those equipment get a lot better. Thumbs up.
So then, on one side note, before we go on, all right, if the head is Ponder, the arms is
Yep.
Might, and the feet are Agility, what's
Yep.
giving you the vigor in the silken shawl?
The shawl. Duh. Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
let's not think
That
about
shimmering
it.
mirage here.
They're all
It's a-
2s, and then the headpiece is like a 4 to 5.
Yeah. So Shimmering Mirage, blue 0 cost, 2 block illusionist defense reaction. With Mirage, which says when this is defending a non-illusionist attack with 6 or more power, you just destroy it. And it says while this is defending, when this chain link resolves, banish it. You may play this combat chain. So this card is really complicated because it has a lot of words on it and it has a brand new mechanic.
Yep.
So first off, if your opponent is attacking you for 6, this card is awful. Second off, if your opponent is really capable of closing the chain, aka is not a ninja, it's really bad as well because then it just blocks 2. But if your opponent is attacking very wide, cares about the combat chain being open, and is not going super tall, this card is insane. So the one class that describes is Ninja. So this is just like a Enigma sideboard piece for a Ninja, I think. Or Prism too, but Prism's not
Pretty much.
format yet.
So you could keep on playing this over and over and over again as long
As
as,
long
the
as they
chain link...
don't the chain.
It's so
The
interesting.
moment they break the chain, you can no longer play it. And so it's good against heroes that care about the chain.
And that's mostly the ninjas, the draconic ninjas. And all. Would
It's
help
the
against...
ninjas and Bolton.
Fair enough.
It's good against Bolton.
All right. Do I get to do the power of make-believe?
Yeah.
This gets plus... Oh, well, first off, power of make-believe is a rainbow. It's a 3 cost. Red is 7, yellow is 6, blue is 5. It's a 3 block. Loses its action attack. This gets plus 1 power for each card with 6 or more power defending it. And this is a Mirage token. You said it's a new mechanic, right?
Yep.
When this is defending a non-illusionist attack with 6 or more power, destroy this. So
This card sucks. It's bad at blocking, and the effect isn't good enough to be playable.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. 2.
Shimmering Spectre. What is this? A 2 for 6?
3 for 6.
3 for 6? Wow,
And
very
red.
cool.
That blocks 2. Yes.
Yeah,
But
when
it
this
creates
is
a spectral shield.
when this is attacking or defending, and when it leaves the arena, you create a spectral shield. So yeah, on attacking it's decent, right? It's a 3 for 6 that makes a spectral shield, which isn't terrible, but it's not good. And then on blocking, it's okay against small things, right? Because
Yeah,
it blocks for 2 and makes a spectral shield. And against big things, it gets instantly destroyed, but you'll still get the spectral shield. I don't think that's enough, though. I think I'd rather just have like Battlefront Bastion if I was like blocking small things like this. So
the easiest comparison to this, I think, is Vandal's Fighting Spirit because it works on both attacking and defending.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have that card because that card's a popper.
Yes, and this is not a popper, which is very funny.
These cards are not like those sets of cards weren't very good though.
Good.
They have a mastery pack coming this year that's going to piss me off. Okay, like
don't remind me.
All right.
Like I already have a bottle set aside for that spoiler season. So next we have the Graven equipment, which they all have basically the same text box. So they're assassin equipment and all of the equipment slots that block 2 blade break. And while they're in your graveyard at the start of your turn, you can pay 2 silvers to pick them back up from your graveyard and put them back in the equipment zone. But whenever it's good from anywhere other than your graveyard, you put a -1 counter on it. So they start the game blocking 1.
Yep.
So obviously they're pretty cool if you're playing a contract-based assassin, which Huntsman definitely is, and I could see a use case for that in like New, because New is good at completing contracts.
Yeah. And
you have access to like Hiss to do some really cool lines.
What's interesting, and I'm kind of wondering about this, is that these cards like is there any legs in CC, right? Because in CC, like for Huntsman, the equipment blocks for 1. So these block better. With the silver, they're blocking for 2, so you get a 2 block over and over and over again. So I do wonder if there are legs in CC for a more blocking focused Huntsman deck.
I mean, the only thing you could play in CC would be Black Tech Whispers, right? It's the only thing that does this better.
I mean,
no,
there's also the
Shriek Razors, Mask of Perdition.
Yeah, there's a full set of them, but they're all like 1 block battle worn with like some abilities, and most of the abilities are kind of mediocre, to be honest.
Yeah, so you're saying that this is unconditional block 2 when you buy it back all the time, so you're getting that recursion effect.
So I'm part of me is wondering like there is a scenario I could see where one of the pieces sees play just as a like 2 block you can buy back over and over again. But
Huntsman in CC is no problem generating silver now, right? So
yes, because of Hunt the Hunter. I guess the question is, how do we feel in Sage? Like they do not have like a consistent way to make silver. Like, do we think this is good?
Yeah, if you're playing a hero that can do it, it's like a 4 or 5. If you can't, it's a 1.
I think even if you, because that was Huntsman's issue for the longest time, even in a hero that, you know, likes contracts, it's like contracts still kind of suck because they sometimes just don't trigger.
Right. So I guess it depends if you like the variant.
Don't suck.
Don't suck.
And
no.
Oh man, so I actually like Miss Hunter. I actually think the contract cards in the set are worth playing around with Arachne Huntsman. This one is only comes in red. It's a 0 cost, red pitch, 4 power, 3 block. Contract. You're a contract to banish opponent's blue cards. Whenever you complete this contract, create a silver token. When this hits a mystic hero, search your deck for any number of energy and banish them. They shuffle. Honestly, I'm just straight giving this a 5. I don't care. I'm going to be quite honest. Fuck Chi. And fuck the Mystic Heroes. So it's a 5, dude. Anyways,
Part that this is the worst set. This card,
as the objective person here, I think this is bad because I don't think Mystic is that great right now. I guess
no,
Enigma's okay.
Really good. Enigma is like very likely the next forerunner of like best deck in the format.
Yeah, so I guess it's a decent sideboard card, and then I guess Huntsman probably plays it because it's a good contract card. So
yeah.
I give it like a 3, but I think it's a good hate piece.
Right.
It's a good hate piece for the future, like in CC even. Like once
in all seriousness, let's say it this way, Evan. To go to your point, as a sideboard option against Mystic Heroes, I think it is a card that slaps pretty hard for easy.
People are gonna start complaining about this in CC, like in the future, once all the Mystic Heroes are back.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
But it's only one deck that only really utilizes it really well. And then, it's a hate card, but we see so many hate cards in other sets that target specific things, like all the gravy card hate cards that they have. Anyways, we'll get to that.
Yeah, here first. Will supports hate. Anyway, Evan, tell us about excessive blood loss.
So excessive blood loss contract, you're contracted to banish your opponent's red cards, and you get a silver whenever you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it hits a hero, you banish the top card of their deck. If it's red, you repeat this process once. So if you're playing against Redline Syndra, wow, very cool. Except actually, Redline Syndra isn't a thing. I guess it'd be Redline Briar. So
I know you don't like contract cards, though, in general, right?
I mean, like, contract cards are just kind of... Like, I'm not too big of a fan in terms of, like, power level-wise. They're a bit mediocre, in my opinion. Like, Huntsman needed, like, Hunt the Hunter, which is, like, insane power level to even be considered, like, at all relevant. Like, these contract cards are better than the ones we've had in the past, but, like, slightly better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I shrug and say, they're all right.
Yeah. Like, I think, like, you play red and blue and Huntsman for sure.
Yeah.
The blue one's actually pretty cool and new because you go back and you misplayed, your opponent takes it, you play it, it becomes a 4 go again.
Yeah, 1 for 4 go again with like a relevant on hit is kind of cool.
Yeah,
but
like with on hit, like potentially banish 2 cards from their deck, create 2 silver to then.
I don't know. Red and blue are probably like 3s in the relevant decks, but I just don't think the relevant decks are very good right now.
I like this card a lot.
I looked at this card and I was already excited for the CC version of it, but since this is Sage, let's go on to
Knife Through. This is our 0 for free block stealth attack. Red is for free, yellow 2, blue 1. And if you hit with a dagger this combat chain, it gets go again. So the biggest thought for this card is specifically Azuri, because Azuri is able to turn stealth attacks into other attacks. And so, you can go like Spider Bite. Your opponent takes the Spider Bite. You play this, and you go, all right, are you going to block this? If not, it's going to become Command and Conquer. If yes, I'm going to play another stealth attack, and you're going to have to ask this question again and take free in the process.
Does it
That
fix her
being
problem?
said, wait, what?
Does it fix her issue?
No.
No. Problem is, you have to play Azuri, and Amsterdam was like 2 years ago now.
Yeah, Azuri is the assassin that was left behind. She has gotten no love, and this doesn't do it, Chief. Like,
Yeah, so I know Ning's girl is Uzuri, right? And even in that case, all right. Well, I got a very easy one. Let's go back to the scoring. Sorry, guys, I jumped ahead. Knife through.
it's a 2.
I think in Uzuri it's good for her, but if you're playing Uzuri, you already have issues there too. Song of Cormorth White.
Pen 150.
Woo!
10-15, you could say.
Pen
15,
15 0. Well, let me ask you a question. Is it Pen 15 and then the 0 something else?
No, it's
Anyways,
well, because Pen 15 was Pen 015. So this is the first
Uh.
Pen 15 that we've got,
okay,
and
okay.
it's a cause for celebration.
I do think it's a cause for celebration because this guy's just jamming on his guitar. It's a song of Lauren Court. I can't say that. Song of White. Yeah, that's not even good. Better. I'm going to get canceled, guys. I don't know how to say this.
We're spending so long on a card that we shouldn't spend. Any time
Okay.
on. This
It's
is very
crap.
cool.
It's a 1 because there's no bar that's legal in CC. Thank
All
you,
right,
Evan, for picking me.
Next. All right, Will, tell us about Kieran Crown.
Karen Crown. It is a Necromancer equipment head slot, so it's already a 1. I'm just joking. Action: discard an ally, destroy this, draw a card, go again, blade break. It actually blocks for 2. I think for a Sage equipment headpiece, this is good. All right,
It's good.
yeah.
there's no better headpiece for Necromancers.
Blade break with a
Headstone.
relevant card. Yeah.
Which
It's not
admittedly,
good, though.
Headstone's pretty good because it can get you an ally in graveyard, which is like drawing a card sometimes. So I
But
think
isn't-
Headstone
Is good,
still is better.
Yeah. Karen Crown's better because you does the same thing.
Yeah,
right? 'Cause it
but-
blocks 2.
But then it doesn't block because it's Blade Break, not Guardwell.
Yeah, honestly, Headstone's probably still
yeah.
better. I mean, this one's
I see.
okay. It's probably like a 2 to 3. Like,
Yeah,
I
put
see
it in
what you're
that
saying.
place. I like Headstone more though.
I see what you're saying because it's either or for the Carrion Crown, but for Headstone you could do both. That makes sense.
and then we've got Mournful Casket, which is a Necromancer chess piece, 1 block temper, and wait, these cards are so small. If an ally is put into your graveyard this turn, it gets +1 block. So this is a very easily 2 block temper as long as you activate Gravy. Seems okay. Seems like a 3
Yeah.
to 4. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
give
a
it, like,
solid
4
block
in
card.
Silver Age because it also triggers if your opponent kills an ally and then goes space.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just 2 block temper is very good.
Yeah, next got Reach Beyond the Grave. 1 block arms with Battle Worn. As an action, you can destroy this to return an ally card from your graveyard to your hand, then discard a card. Personally, I think it's worse than Blade Beckoner arms. Give it like a 1 to 2.
What's the case you
You
use
want-
this in? I'm not understanding why you would.
I think
want
the case is if you don't have a blue that has go again, I guess, you can put an ally in hand, discard a blue, and then pitch the ally
Sure.
to do whatever you want it to do.
Yeah, you can also have a Golden Tipple in hand. You can use it to pick up your ally to then
That
discard a
too,
Golden
yeah.
Tipple.
Got you.
Which, I mean, you have
There are
6
use
Tipples in
cases,
this
but they're
format.
very niche. I think you just want block
Yeah.
2
Now, if
arms.
you want a real card though, Scuttletoe is here.
Woohoo! I
Has
just want
Arcane
to.
Barrier 1. And the
No,
leg
no,
slot,
Will,
I'm not
Will,
letting
do
you
not
finish
stop
this.
that,
And as an
yeah.
instant, you can pay 2 to destroy this to untap target ally you control. But you'll have to destroy the ally at the beginning of the end phase. So the big thing about this is Nilmer Boots is already played in Gravy Buds, and this is great. Nilmer Boots with slightly more text on it.
Text isn't great, but
Yeah.
you'll take anything. This is CC playable. This is Sage playable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
It's a-
is by definition a 5, but boy, is it barely there.
I refuse to give this a 5.
Well,
give it a
yeah,
4.
There is a case where you could use it to swing allies twice in the turn.
No,
and you have to
it's-
go again, right? So
No, it's AB1 with an
Yeah.
ability that is
Yeah.
probably not relevant, but on occasion it is relevant.
Yeah.
So
fair.
Yeah.
All right.
next we got Beneath the Surface, which is a yellow 2-cost defense reaction, block 5 with Watery Grave. And while this is defending, when you put hold on. When it's put into the graveyard from the arena, turn it face down. So that's just like the watery grave effect.
Yeah, Watery Grave is not active while a card is on the combat chain, so they had to basically rewrite Watery Grave to actually have it turn face down, because otherwise this card would be insane.
Yeah, that's true. So essentially, if you discard it to an effect like Tipple or to an effect like Gravy Bones, later on, if a blue card entered your graveyard during your opponent's turn, you can play this from grave.
Yeah, a lot of hoops, but a good number on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big thing that comes to mind is Throw Caution to the Wind is an instant that prevents damage, so that's an easy way to trigger this. Gravy's ability is another easy way to trigger this. You just go activate Gravy, discard a blue. And then the third easy way is you just block with a blue card and have your opponent close the chain.
Yeah. I hope this comes out as a playmat, man. I love this picture, dude.
That's a dope art.
Yeah.
But is the card good?
It's okay.
Yeah, I have no idea how to evaluate this card.
It's a very
That's a
unique
lot.
card for Gravy.
For
It's a really
Sage,
cool design.
yeah, for Space or Sage specifically, I just don't know if he's going to play it.
The
and-
issue with Gravy is an aggro deck, and if you play super defensively,
Yeah.
then like you lose. So, and
Yeah.
this is like a value card, and like your allies are supposed to be your value cards. So it seems like a trap.
Okay. All right. This is Man Overboard. It is Is this the rainbow? It is a rainbow. So 0 cost. Red pitch is 3 power, 3 block. Pirate Necromancer action attack. When this attacks, you may discard an ally. If you do, this gets +1 and go again. So it's an enabler. The yellow swings for 2. The blue for 1. It's playable. I think it's a solid 3. Right.
The problem is you already have Jittery Bones
That's
and
where I'm at.
Restless Bones.
When this attacks, you may discard an ally.
It's bad Jittery Bones. It probably still sees play just as a bad Jittery Bones, but
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like
What
you already
color
have
do you
to
play?
You play blue. It's an enabler.
yeah, you
like, as a
definitely do
starter.
not play the others.
The
Yeah.
problem is that like you already are probably playing Restless Bones instead, so you have to get through Jittery Bones, Restless Bones, Portside Exchange, Murderous Rabble, like your 6 golden tipples, and then you can consider this card.
Yeah, well, when you put it like that, and
Yeah, it sounds like ass.
well, I would say because there's so many other cards that like that piece does. So I would give the blue a 3, the rest a 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about the best
I
I can say
agree with
for it.
that. Yep. Tentacular Toll.
You know what you want
Yeah.
to say. Just say it, dude. Just go.
No, I'm not gonna say what you think I'm gonna say. Anyway, so it's a Pirate Necromancer action, 3 block, 0 cost. Turn up to 3 ally cards in your graveyard face down. Then create that number of gold. The yellow does 2, the blue does 1. This is terrible. I have no clue why you would ever play this.
Yeah, dude. Turn up to 1, 3, 2, the one for the rainbow. Yeah, this garbage. This is Ning's favorite card, by the way. I'm gonna give him a shout out. He loves the art on this card. Right, it's so
pretty
No, he
cute.
doesn't.
How about
Who's
you
the-
say the entire name, Will? Why don't you give it to us?
Sure thing. It's Sky Warden number 161803. Or I know
What's
that's
the-
sleep speak, but
No, it's not. What do you
No
what is that
one-
number? Do you know what that number is, Will?
The two of us both know what the number is. Do you know what the number is?
I don't. No one. What should I be reading here?
It's the golden ratio. Of course, the accountant's
Ah.
favorite card is the one with the bath pun as the name,
That's
Yep.
funny.
and it makes golden cogs. So yeah, this is. Is it my turn? Oh yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, just read it. Why not?
So it's a yellow 2 block 0 for free technologist attack. None of that matters. What matters is it says galvanize. When this defends, you may destroy an item you control. If you do, this gets +1. And if a golden cog gets destroyed this way, you create a gold token.
Whew.
So this is the Silver Age version of Golden Sky Warden.
Yeah,
Baby
Golden
Warden-
Sky Warden is just kind of one of the best cards in Puffin. So
Yeah, like this card
in
may-
CC, this might see play. Like
Yeah.
it just more Golden Sky Wardens is always good, and in
Yeah,
Sage, it definitely sees play.
Yeah, this
in
is a
Puffin.
5.
Baby
No question.
Warden. Ooh, actually, whose turn was it to read? Was it yours, Andrews, or was it mine?
It was mine. So now it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna pass this back to you because I know you like this card.
Oh, Shallow Water Shark Harpoon. It's the yellow 2 cost free block 5 power pirate ranger action arrow attack. And it says if you've activated a cannon this turn, this gets when this hits a hero, destroy a card in their arsenal. If you do, create a gold token. Yeah, this card's really cool. One of Marlon's biggest issues is that you have about 2 harpoons in every matchup that are actually relevant. And even then, none of them are like generically relevant in every matchup. So this is like the first harpoon that's generically relevant in every matchup. It also triggers gold to tip in CC, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think this is like another 5, like just really cool, really disruptive.
This is really strong. Unfortunately, I don't think like it gets Marlin there, but in Marlin's deck, this is like the best card by far.
Yeah, this is a fantastic Codex of Frailty target, by the way. You just go activate Hammerhead, pitching 2 blues. Codex of Frailty.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, in CC, that's going to be awesome.
And if your opponent has an overcrowded, you get a different card.
That's fair.
Does Go Fish work with this? As far as double,
this does not have Go Fish. It does not work with.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's it.
So sadly, it does not.
I read the canon
Horizon deck.
I got you. I didn't have the cards in front of me, so all right. Trench or Watery Depths. When this defends, you may pitch a blue card from your graveyard. You gain 3 resources. This is a Blade Break, 1 block. It pairs well with the other things that Gravy wants to do. When you pitch the blue card, it also recycles it back into your deck, which is recursion mechanic.
It's good with the Watery Grave D-React we saw.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You can also just play like an unmovable in your deck.
Yeah.
To combo with this.
That's true.
That being said, you have to give up the chess piece that we were talking about earlier that I like more.
Yeah. What was the chess piece again? So I can look it up real quick.
Well, it's on screen. Just go up.
Now, granted, this is just a pirate card in general, so it can see play in like Marlin, for instance. So Marlin wanting to play unmovable.
Well, you played in Scurv.
In Scurv?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know you're a stupid, sexy Scurv enjoyer.
God, he's so stupid and sexy. Probably, actually, because,
goes well
Scurv doesn't get very good equipment.
All right, Evan.
Next up, we got Break Open the Chest. A yellow 0 cost. Go again. 3 block pirate action.
It's a 1 cost, by the way.
It is a 1 cost. I can barely see Will's screen. So you turn all cards in all arsenals face up, and then if there's a yellow card in any of the arsenals, you create 2 gold tokens. And that all sounds fine and good, but this is way too situational. And being 1 cost sucks, being yellow sucks. This is a trap. I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't like it either. There's not a lot of decks that trigger it. So you'd have to trigger it yourself, but if you're...
It's like just a reminder that Golden Tipple, you can run Rainbow Golden Tipple, so just do that.
Yeah, and Puffin, you're probably boosting anyway.
Yeah, and Puffin,
and
you
Marlin,
just can't
what
play
the hell, man?
Yeah, pretty much.
Next, we got Lighten the Load here. So this is a 0 cost pirate attack, blocks for 2. And red comes in for 4, yellow free, blue 2. When this attacks, we discard a card or destroy an item you control. If you do, this gets Go again. So obviously, the cool interaction with this is discarding your allies with Watery Grave in Gravy, or you can destroy like your Golden Cog that has 0 counters on it that's already tapped if you're playing Puffin. And then if you're Marlin, you just give up your extra gold to do it. That being said, I don't like this card that much, mainly because it blocks 2. If this card blocked 3, this would be like an instant 5 in blue for Gravy in conjunction with Prismatically Aligned and CC.
Yeah.
Yep. The card is very interesting. It's so close to being good just because like 0 for 4 Go again is kind of like premium stats, and the ability is like it's so close to being like nothing, like oh, destroy an item, who cares? But gold is super important, so I think like it is kind of a trap. I think it's a 2.
Yeah. All right, we got Submerged. This is a rainbow. It is red pitch. The red pitch is 0 cost, 6 power, 3 attack. The yellow goes for 5, and the blue for 4. As an additional cost to play this, pit a card from your hand into your deck, 5th from the top. Dude, this thing sucks. I give this. Well, it's a 0 for 6 though, but it's not really a 0 for 6. So and you have to pay the cost. I mean, I see the shit in Brute all the times, and now it's in Pirate. I just hate this crap, dude. I give it a 2. I don't know.
So the use case for this is you either put an ally on top in Gravy to set up like a Jittery Bones for later. You can put a Mechanologist card in a Pirate Puppet list to boost, or you put an arrow on top to then draw with Marlin. And so those all sound awful.
So it's not a good card, right? Like, okay. Well, hey, who gets the lucky draw of this one?
Hey, Evan, it's your favorite.
So Herald of Victoria is a light illusionist action attack, 3 block, 7 attack. It's got Phantasm, 2 cost, yellow. As an instant, you can discard it until end of turn. Attack action cards your opponent controls get -1
Oh, fuck
power
yeah.
while attacking and defending. This is on my list of my least favorite cards. I think this is
Oh.
number 1 for me. This is also on
Love it.
Andrew's list.
It's on my
Um,
card of strong likes. So
A-
tell me why you
Andrew
guys
and
hate it so
I,
much.
we're buddies because, there are certain classes we don't like.
But
It's an interesting, if I'm trying to be objective, it's interesting. I've talked to Prism players. A lot of them think it's not good just because it doesn't have the on-hit go to soul. But the effect, the instant speed discard is interesting and worth considering.
Yeah, like Dense Blue Mist has seen play in CC before,
Yeah.
and it is a 1 cost that has the effect to give all of your opponent's attacks -1. Now, this one only works on attack action cards, so it doesn't work on weapons, which is pretty relevant. But it's also yellow 2 for 7, so even if it doesn't have like the soul ability, it still does have a stat line.
Mhm.
I think the easiest thing to compare this to would probably be Celestial Reprimand, which would give a defending attack -2 power.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess if any deck that's running Celestial Reprimand, I don't say they replace it with this because they definitely probably shouldn't. A big issue with Celestial Reprimand is the current best popper in format is Look Tough, which is an 8 power card. So giving -2 brings it down to 6, right? This has the same issue. Like a lot of poppers, this just doesn't work on, but it's a lot more flexible than Celestial Reprimand. So maybe if you want to play Celestial Reprimand, maybe you just play this instead because it's more
Yeah.
flexible.
I give it
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
like it needs a meta, but like that ability is a really powerful text box.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
like-
saying it's a 3. Potentially it could go up depending on what you're playing against. But yeah, let's talk about the good old Bolton cards, Light Warrior attack reactions.
Good old Bolt.
All right, this is Roaring Beam. It's a yellow pitch, 0 cost. Create a courage token. If there are no cards in your soul, return this to the owner's hand and charge your soul. It's a Light Warrior attack reaction 3 block.
So what's
Charge
funny
your soul.
about Bolton is Raiden doesn't exist in Sage. So Bolton
No.
is really bad in Sage.
No.
Yeah,
because-
you gotta use like hatchets and stuff.
Yeah. Charging is really terrible without Raiden. Like Raiden is needed to make charging justified in terms of like cost.
I mean,
Yeah, but this
That's-
is a very strong card. Just getting like a free charge and a courage.
So,
Being able to play this multiple times.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
I think it's a Bolton enhancer, but man, I did not realize Raiden couldn't be playing a stage. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
It's a majestic.
Yeah, I forgot because
yeah,
whoever
I mean, it
plays,
is cool with
Yeah.
Raiden because you can go like Raiden for 0 with 1 card in your hand, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, are you gonna block this?
That's true.
I mean, he might see playing CC though, which is always a good thing. I love more warriors coming out there, right? But
I can't support self harm. Just from an ethical standpoint, I think it's wrong.
you always tell me that when I'm making the
Fair
don't
enough.
play too. So go ahead. He's got
Next,
the card.
we have Soul Ray Plating, which is a 1 block chest piece. It's a light card with Blade Break. If you be dealt damage, you may banish a card from your soul to prevent 1 of that damage. And if you do, you destroy this at the beginning of the end phase. So it's really hard to get a good number of cards in soul.
Soul is super valuable in all the heroes that put cards in Soul, and yeah,
This
ability's
is
not good.
Yeah, this is not better than Blade Blackeners.
Yeah, I don't like this too much. Put it at like 2. Let's see. Evan.
It's on me. Blessing.
Yeah,
of,
you-
there's so many words.
Oh
on this
yeah, here,
deck.
I
This one-
got this one, Evan. We'll get you for a simple one. It's
Very-
it's a yellow pitch, 0 cost, Blessing of Themis. Light action aura, it's a 3 block. Go again. When this enters the arena, name a card. Turn all cards with that name in banish zones face down. Whenever a card with that name is banished while this is in the arena, turn that card face down. At the start of your turn, put this into your soul. Funny you just mentioned how hard it is to get cards at soul. This kind of does correct that. This is a good sideboard alternative. I would give it a 3 on an average. It could hurt against certain decks, but I don't know. Now I'm reading
Like
it.
what is it? What is it? A sideboard card against?
So against Shadow Heroes, it has like a decent bit of text. Against
Everyone else is just the bottom line.
against ninjas, it works kind of similarly to Chains of Dominance. Like Zen and Katsu are able to banish combo cards from their deck. This can make that awkward. Another thing that's funny about this is that it's an aura with Go Again. So in conjunction with Iris of Reality, you can just play this and then swing it for 4. I think.
That's pretty.
Or no, Iris specify it has to be Illusionist. I think it does.
Does it? I really hope not, because that would be.
Okay, it has to be Illusionist Auras. Okay, we're not that cool.
Perfect.
We have to turn this into Illusionist card with Phantasmal Symbiosis first.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sideboard card. Currently, everything that was mentioned is not good, so this card is bad. But if those become relevant, this is a good tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like 2 or 1 until the day comes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying it's less than 3 because it's too niche. Gotcha. Okay.
It's so too niche, but it's it's good that it's there, I guess.
All right, Evans, this one.
Yeah.
Smaller number of words.
There's so much text. This is Duty Bound Blitz. This one's a red 0 cost, 5 power, 2 block. Go Again. It also comes in yellow and blue with less attack. Play this only if a yellow card has been put into your soul this turn. 0 for 5 Go Again is absolutely nuts. And the ability is easy to trigger for Bolton because it's kind of like it's just what Bolton wants to do. So yeah, it seems pretty good in Bolton. Probably sees CC play at the very least in yellow, just because, as the card itself shows, like Bolton really wants to be playing a lot of yellow cards. Bolton's probably the only hero that would play it. Like I don't think Prism cares.
Yeah.
But once again, it's bad in Sage because Bolton sucks in Sage because Raiden doesn't exist. It's good in CC for Bolton.
Yeah. All right. So this is yours, Andrew?
Yeah, I got Soulbond Belief. This is 0 for free that blocks green, red. Comes in yellow and blue. When it attacks, reveal the top card of its deck. Top card of your deck. If it's yellow, you put it into your soul, and this gets +1. So this is another one that's kind of interesting in Bolton, specifically the yellow variant. Because basically with Bolton, what you can do is you can just make your deck be like 60 yellow cards or something along those lines. You just make this effect really consistent, and that turns this into like a 0 for free with Go Again, kind of. Or like
the issue is it's not technically charging.
Yeah.
So like you can't actually raid in for 3 after this unless you have like another way to charge. It's a 3-block yellow with like relevant text on it, so yeah, it might see play. I'm kind of not sold.
It's also interesting in the context of Prism.
Love it.
Yeah,
actually, in Prism, yeah, there's an argument.
Yeah, in the Prism Awakener of Soul in CC, this is a way to get cards into Soul without having to actually hit with Herald, but it also has a degree of inconsistency with it because you still have to play blues even if you side out your red, and like. There are other ways to do it that are much better because you have Angelic Attendant now.
And
Light of Soul too.
There's no natural Go Again here, whereas in Bolton it does get Go Again because it's higher base.
Yeah,
so
I give it a 3.
I give it a 2. It's kind of close to a 3 though.
I gave it lower than a 3. Pound of Flesh. This is a Shadow Brute action, a 0 cost, blue pitch, 3 block. Each hero banishes a card from their hand. Each hero who didn't banish a card with 6 or more power this way loses 1 life.
This is a cool card.
I like not only the art, but I think it's playable. I think you're going to have some fun with this card. I'll give it a 3, and I might come back and say this is better than I thought.
I'll give it a 2.
You don't like it? It's cute. It's too cute.
It's Titanium Bauble that sometimes kills people. Right. Evan, is Deep Recesses of Existence have too much text for you?
Yes.
Dude, that card is small for that.
So Deep Recesses of Existence is a blue free block that attacks for 6 and costs 4. It has Rune Gate, which, for those who don't know, is the Vincent mechanic. So if you control a rune chance equal to or greater than this card's resource cost, so 4, you may play from your banished zone without playing its resource cost. And when the combat chain closes, you may banish this face down. If you do, for each hero who has lost life this turn, banish a card from the graveyard. And then it has Blood Debt, so while it's in your banished zone, at the beginning of your end phase, you lose 1 life. So this is the first new Rune Gate we've gotten in like I think a year.
Since Part the Mistvale,
yeah, since
Eloquence.
Eulogy.
Yep.
It's all right. It has a bit of graveyard hate, which is pretty cool. It can also turn into a quote-unquote card draw. You can banish a card from your own graveyard using Vincent's ability to hurt yourself. We're anti-self-harm, but Vincent is really pro-self-harm, so she usually wins that fight. Very sad.
It's good for Vincent. I guess part of the issue is it's kind of like it's not
expensive.
What she needs.
Yeah, it's
like
it's Widespread Annihilation, but for Silver Age. But like at the end of the day, the issue with Vincent is you don't have good reenchant generation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you don't have Deadwood Dirge. And 4 is a big number. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn.
That was my issue with it. If it was anything less than 4, maybe even a 3, you could think about it. But at 4, it's so, I don't know.
It probably still sees play. Probably like a 3.
Yeah.
I put in 2 to 3. But yeah,
Yep.
I just have anti-Vincent bias.
Here's a card I can read. This is an interesting one. Emberforge Gauntlet. 2-block Temper, Shadow Equipment Arms with Blood Debt. And if this would be put into a graveyard, you just banish it. So it's a 3-block. 2-block Temper is really good. Blood Debt is really bad. Probably sees play in something like, well, maybe. It might see play in Leviah just because she can turn off Blood Debt. Probably not good enough in the other heroes just because there are 2-block equipments like the Blade Beckoners, and losing a life every single turn for the rest of the game is probably not worth.
Well, I think it's alright in Vincent because it technically is better than Blade Beckoner Arms because you can
I guess
just
that's true. Yeah, you can just
block
leave it
once.
around. Yeah.
And then if you're in a 0 Arcane Barrier matchup, sometimes you're like, okay, I have enough for chance to kill my opponent next turn. I just need this 1 life.
No, I can agree with that. So
Pretty cool.
Okay, I will revise my opinion.
Yeah,
I
think
did
this is
forget
best
that
in
you can
slot
just
for
make it a
Vincent in
2-block.
Silver Age.
Yeah.
So I would say most people would say, "Oh, it sucks because that Blood Debt token, it's going to go there, it's going to kill you, it's a trap." But then you hit it right on the head, Andrew. Just don't block with it to destroy it, right? So just block for 2 and hold it for emergencies.
Yeah, and then Leviah's hero ability turns off the downside of this. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is like actually a 5. This is a really cool card.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's
I
good
probably
enough.
wouldn't say it's a 5. I think it's like good enough to be a 4 in that
I-
scenario, though.
I would choose this over Blade Beckoner, and then because other alternatives is not really that great either. So
That's fair.
all right, is this mine? Engulfing Shadows. It's a yellow pitch, 0 cost, shadow defense reaction with a 4-block. What? If this would pin to your graveyard from anywhere, instead banish it. Blood Debt. While this is in your banish zone at the beginning of your end phase, lose 1 life. I'll tell you now, every shadow hero needs to play this if they want to lose the game. Unless you are Leviah and you can turn that ability off. So, in that case, it's a D-react 4-block with some potential upside.
It's absolutely busted in CC because
Yeah.
once you turn into Blasphema Fit Consumed,
Yep.
you can play this again from your banish
Oh,
zone.
this thing fucks in CC, I think, for Leviah, but I think in
Yeah.
Sage, it's definitely got.
In Sage, to be completely frank, even in Leviah, this is probably unfortunately not good enough.
I would give it. I like to play defensive sometimes. I would give it 3 or 4. 3 definitely, but
It banishing itself is a part of a problem because
Yeah.
Leviah needs to fill the grave.
yeah,
So
that's true.
like banishing like a card is just not good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right.
I next got Depths of Despair, which is a 3/7 free blocked shadow attack in red. 6 in yellow, 5 in blue. When this defends, banish it when the combat chain closes, and it has Blood Debt.
That seems really bad.
Yeah, so this is the same thing we were talking about earlier with. God, what was the last card called? I forgot its name.
Engulfing Shadows.
Engulfing Shadow. He has the same issue of you can't fill up your graveyard in
Yeah.
Vincent, and not Vincent, Leviah, and then the other shadow heroes. This just kills you.
Yeah.
So
Seems
I
bad.
give it like a 1.
I agree. Next up, Fasting Carcass. It's a 0, 3-block shadow action, and then it gives your next red face-up card you play this turn.
I just read action card.
A red action card. I can read blurry text. Red action card, go again. And then the yellow gives yellow, and then the blue gives blue.
It itself is go again.
And it has go again, and it has Blood Debt. And to be honest, I don't know why it has Blood Debt, because it's not a very good card, and Blood Debt makes it a lot worse.
This card's not that awful. So Vincent's already playing. What's that card called? Tear
Vincent
Through
might
the
like
Portal.
it, yes,
Yeah,
because
so Tear for the Portal is a
block
very
3, yeah.
similar effect, but it blocks 2, doesn't have Blood Debt, but it also specifies that you have to choose a card in the banish zone to give that effect to. Well,
Yes.
these work from hand. So I actually think that, like, if you're already playing Tear Through the Portal in your Vincent list, this is just a straight up upgrade in most occasions. The only part where it sucks is when it's the last card in your hand, and you're like, oh, I have to banish this. But
Yeah.
that's not super difficult to avoid. And
No,
of
that's
course,
true. In Vincent, it is basically a straight up upgrade in that scenario. But to be completely honest, Tear Through the Portal is kind of a bad card. So that
It's-
blocks 3 is kind of iffy to me.
Yeah.
Vincent does need more go again, so it is.
I give it like
good.
a 3.
Yeah, probably a 3.
All right, Will, tell us what Seeds of Strength.
All right. Seeds of Strength is a 2 cost. This is red pitch only. Elemental Guardian action, 3 block. Create 3 might tokens, Earthbond. If an Earth card was pitched to play this instead, create 4 might tokens. I can see it
So
being
this is
used.
technically a reprint, although this is
The red
like
version is not.
the red version is new. So we got the yellow and the blue version in the Terra First Strike decks. So the red version is a new card.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So obviously in Terra, what you do is you play this, and then you use Terra's ability with your 1 floating when you pitch the blue Earth card to make 5 total might tokens.
Yeah. Would you play this in Florian as well?
You can't.
Because it's a Guardian card.
Oh, snaps, dude. I saw Elemental.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
my main
So-
issue with this is I'd rather be edging.
You're probably right. There is a fun combo you can do with this card that is not good, but we will talk about it. And the combo is bad, so I'm going to give this a 2. And I
Okay.
will give the combo card that it pairs with a 2 as well. So look forward to that.
All right.
You're someone who thinks Lexi is sexy.
Dude, we
Please tell
got-
us about arc bending.
We got Arc Bending, baby. It is a red 1 cost Elemental Ranger Arrow attack action, 3 block. And when it attacks, lightning and elemental attacks, if they would deal damage on this chain, they deal that much damage +1. And it has Lightning Bond. If a lightning card is pitched to play this, it gets go again. So this card is very cool and very, very powerful. There are a couple downsides to it. Number 1, pitching to Lightning Bond is very hard and awkward to do because you need to explicitly pitch for this card itself, right? So if you pitch to, let's say, Death Dealer and then use your floating resources, even if it's a lightning card you pitched, it will not get the go again. And then outside of that, the +1 damage to all your lightning and elemental cards, that is for the chain, not for the turn. Which is kind of awkward because other cards similar to this, like Frazzle, are just all your cards in general. They don't care about the chain. That being said, more Frazzles is awesome, and Frazzles that don't require fusing is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Love
Frazzle right here does basically the same thing, except you have to fuse. There's no go again text on it, and also it works for the entire turn. So I love Lightning Lexi. So getting a new Lightning Lexi card is very cool.
Wait, wasn't there an expression about Lightning Lexi, Sexy's Bay or something like that?
Yeah, Lexi is sexy, bro.
Lexi is sexy. There you go.
Something like that. But yeah.
Alright.
So you know,
you're basically.
one of my favorite cards in this set. I had
Nice.
to put it on my list.
Yeah, basically you have to use in conjunction with Schiffer to have any real use case because that's the only instant bow. Actually, no, we have
I mean, there are
Bark
some
Castaway,
use
I think.
cases.
Was
There
Bark
are some
Castaway
use
good?
cases. If you leave it in Arsenal, for instance, and then you play it with the go again from the lightning bound or bond or whatever it's called.
We're changing.
Yeah, why are you changing us like this?
Because this shit was
But-
confusing me, guys. I'm sorry to our listeners. I was fucking
Anyway.
throwing me off so much. I'm laughing now.
Anyway, since we're all
Anyway.
talking about some of our favorite heroes, I'm going to talk about the Florian card here, Verdantide, which is also legal in, was it Briar? So Verdantide is 1 cost, 2 block, red elemental Runeblade action. Until end of turn, if you create 1 or more elemental or Runeblade aura tokens, instead the create mini +1 of each of those tokens. And it has Earthbound. If an Earth card was pitched to play this, create an embodiment of Earth token. So obviously Aurora is just not playing this, even though she could, because she can't play Earth cards. Briar lets you create 2 embodiment of Earths when you play it if you pitch an Earth card, and then when Briar triggers, you create 2 more embodiment of Earths, which, 4 embodiment of Earths is a lot of Earth. But the big thing is in Florian, you can do some really cool rune chant generation with this. You can play this, play an Arcane Cussing, use Bloodtorn Bodice to blow up the Arcane Cussing to make 4 rune chants, and then finish with Read the Runes or the new Florian cards we'll talk about later. That being said, I've tried to make this card work and it kind of sucks.
Florian's not quite there yet, but it's a cool card in the deck. So
Yeah, I give it a 2, sadly.
Very sad.
Voltic Vel. Prevent the next 4 Voltic Vel is a red pitch, 1 cost, elemental wizard instant. Prevent the next 4 damage that would be dealt to you this turn. Lightning Bond. If a lightning card was pitched to play this, deal 1 arcane damage to all opposing heroes. Evan, you're gonna have to help me out here because I am not a wizard player, and this one screams to me that
Yeah,
going in-
between the 3 of us, I am the best lightning wizard player here. So I have top 8'd many callings with Astilio. I think the card's pretty good. Like if you think of it as like a 1-cost shock, like it's like 1-cost shocks kind of suck, but like you're playing Sage, you kind of need as many shocks as possible, and this is kind of a 1-cost shock.
Yeah, currently the only way Astilio can deal Arcane on the opponent's turn, because it's the only hero you're going to play this in, is with Comet Storm Shock. And so this is like your second way of doing it. So you're kind of forced to play this most likely. I don't know if it'll actually end up being true completely. I have been goofing off of Astilio and Silvery. Goofing off is definitely
still good,
or drive it. No, was it Noah, one of our locals, made a deck based around this card in conjunction with Absorbent Aether, and then I told him to read the cards, and he realized that Absorbent Aether does not buff Voltic Veil unless you have like Spellfire Cloak to play the Absorbent Aether, and then you go like Voltic Veil, pitch a blue.
It's not the thing about this card that's very interesting is you look at the like numbers wise, this card is absolutely insane, but it's in Astilio, a deck where it's like just raw numbers isn't good. Like you need to be doing like degenerate shit.
Is Astilio the only lightning wizard we have now? There's no split.
It is. Technically, it's just an elemental wizard, so you could play this in something like Icelander. I could honestly see, like, if you're like, I want a third Oasis Respite, you could play this. It might have legs in Icelander.
Okay.
It sucks. Put it at 2.
Yeah.
So the next 3 cards are quite similar.
Then
actually, no, okay, we're not there yet. We're at Colors of Aria. Shit.
Yeah, this card's really good. Colors of Aria. It's a 3-cost, 7 power, 3 block, and in all, just any face-up zone, it is all 3 elements. So it's an Earth, Ice, and Lightning card. So basically, you cannot fuse with it, but in every other zone outside of your hand, it is all 3. And there are a bunch of fun implications. Like you can decompose with it. My favorite is that you reveal this with Lexi from your arsenal, and you can give it Go Again and give your opponent a Frostbite. So that's pretty cool.
And it's
you liking this?
And it's a popper, yes. So I think just baseline, like it's a 3-block popper that's like every elemental hero is probably going to run it. So yeah, very good card.
All right, and you said, Andrew, this is next for you, but you're going to cover all 3?
Yeah, the next 3 are all similar. So these are the Sheaf cycle. So let's look at Frosthaven Sheaf here because it's easy. So they're all 1-cost, 5-block defense reactions in red. And they all do a cool thing if you pitch the corresponding element. So the Ice one creates a Frostbite token. The Earth one creates an embodiment of Earth. And the Lightning one creates an embodiment of Lightning token. And they all have really gooner art. Like, oh my god, look at that art. Now stop looking.
They're promos for a reason, we'll say.
Why are the eyes closed? I don't understand why that's happened. They're eyes are
taking a nap.
Let's talk about the cards.
Yeah, so the main thing is you have to find a use for the 2 remaining resources when you play these. So Frosthaven Sheaf, it's pretty easy. You play it in Icelander, and you just like do something. You like play something out of your arsenal afterwards, and it's pretty cool. The other 2, it's kind of awkward. I can't really think of a use case for them. Like another thing to keep in mind too is you have to pitch the card to trigger the bond ability. You can't just have it in pitch. So like you can't just be like, oh, activate Oldhim pitching like a yellow and a blue, and then we can use like one of the 2 floating to play one of these after we have the Earth and Ice react together or something like that. No,
it's a bit awkward.
So the Ice one, I'd give it like a free, and then the others, honestly, I'd give them like a 1.
Okay. I agree with that. Ice one might see sideboard play in Icelander, and that's about it.
Right.
Next one is Lead with Earth. It's a red pitch only.
We can do the Ladens together because there are 3 Ladens.
All right. So there's 3 Ladens. They're all red pitch. All actions 2 blocks. They all cost 1, and they pretty much all say the same thing. Your next attack this turn gets +3, except the Earth Bond. They're Earth Bond, Ice Bond, Lightning Bond with Go Again. So if the Earth card was pitched to play this, create an embodiment of Earth. If
and then Ice, Frostbite, and then embodiment of Lightning. So same as the D reacts kind of. And these are also bad.
I like the art.
You can just play embody. You can play Come to Fight instead and just have a free block in that slot.
Yeah. Because a huge issue is some of the cards like it's like, oh, making a frostbite is really nice, and then you look
Yeah.
at like Icequake, and you're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, Icequake's a messed up card. Just play Icequake instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Icequake may actually be the best ice card.
I agree with that.
And that's
So-
competing with Channel Lake Frigid, man.
Well, let's look up Icequake real quick. I know it's not Sage, but
I mean, we don't have to look up Icequake. And... Okay.
I'd love to read Icequake. Icequake is 1 cost. You only really play red, gives you an next attack this turn plus 3, and after an attack, it's a hero this turn, create a frostbite token under their control. Yeah, this card's just really messed up. If you go like 2 or 3 wide, every aggro deck just like loses the turn cycle by default.
Yeah, Icequake's really good, and
so Lightning
more
Frost is
importantly,
a
it's
weaker
an ice
version of it.
card. So as an ice card, it synergizes with all your stuff. Elemental cards do not synergize with your stuff. So
the Ladens are just worse versions of.
Yep. I give them like 2s across the board.
I agree. All right.
Yeah, they may actually just be 1s.
Go ahead, Evan.
They
Cover your other Florian card here. Your boy, pretty boy.
Or are you gonna turn the screen back?
Yeah, you can't read the card. It's not there. I'm sorry. I don't have it permanent.
That's why we can edit that. We won't. But go ahead.
So we got Chorus of Rotwood, which is a red 1 cost 2 block Earth Runeblade action. Decompose, you may banish 2 Earths and an action card from your graveyard in addition to play this. If you do, you create an embodiment of Earth token, and just in general, you create 3 rune chants. So
Sage Germinate?
if you do the decompose, you get one embodiment and 3 rune chants. If Florian is turned on, you get 2 embodiment of Earths and 4 rune chants. It's a pretty decent effect. The issue is a 1 cost card that does not have Go Again is very awkward. So you're supposed to use it with the elemental card that doubles like all your stuff.
Well, it doesn't double, it just adds 1 to it.
It just adds 1, yeah, so it doesn't actually double.
Yeah, you'd make 5 rune chants. Yeah, it's a very interesting card to say the least. I definitely
like rune chant stacking is like something that it seems they want Florian to do in Sage.
Yeah.
It's not very good right now, but give enough time, maybe it'll be good.
Yeah, the big combo with it's with Mage Master Boots give it Go Again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next we have Verdance' cool card, Sowing Thorns, an Earth Wizard action, block free, red 0 cost, gain 1 life, and then you can decompose to banish 2 Earth cards and an action card from your graveyard. If you do, you may search your deck for an Earth aura with cost less than the life you've gained this turn, reveal it, then shuffle and put it on top. So the big thing to get with this is Ring of Roses in Classic Constructed.
Yes.
Ring of Roses is your legendary or that is just integral for your Gravy matchup. Like the way you beat Gravy is you get 8 Earths and banish ASAP. You play Ring of Roses and you just pray that using Verdant's pings to kill allies gets you there, because that matchup is not good.
That's
so
fair.
what's the use case in Sage?
There isn't one.
You can get a harvest season, I guess.
Wow.
You can get a Sigil of Earth. If
Sigil
you
of
gain
Earth,
2
yeah,
life,
there you go.
you can get harvest season to make someone happy.
The card seems really bad in Sage, I'll say. In CC, it seems fringe, although it does block for 3, so it is a main boardable Earth.
And it
block
is an
3
Earth
card.
action, yeah.
That is, that is good.
Yeah, I think it's a 5 in CC and like a 2 in Silver Age.
I think it's like a 3 in CC, but
You hater.
Limbs of Lignum Vitae.
wait, can you say that again? Sorry, Will.
Limbs of Lignum Vitae.
Can you say that but louder?
Vitae? What am I supposed to say here? Vitae?
It's Limbs of Ligma, you idiot.
Okay, fair enough. If there are 4 more Earth cards in your banish zone, this gets +1 defense. It's Blade Break. Honestly, why?
Card's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Earth equipment, so it does put Earth cards in your graveyard, so you can banish it and be turned on faster.
Yeah.
That's the reason, but you're losing 1 block.
I mean, it's just like solid, like if you need the decompose, it's good, and then if you don't need the decompose, it's a block 2, which is also good.
This is more of a Classic Constructed card because in Classic Constructed, Verdances historically have just not had good arms. They've been forced to play either Blade Beckoner arms in CC, not Silver Age, mind you, or Stonewall Gauntlet, and like this is technically better than Stonewall Gauntlet in more matchups. But Stonewall Gauntlet's like better in the matchups. It's good, so. Who knows if it's actually better? I'm going with no, and I'm going to put it at a 2.
That's kind of where I was going with it, because you just play the other gloves. But in CC, it can be played because it does other things. Oh, right.
Yeah, about a 5 name, though.
I agree. Oh, here's that card I mentioned. This is Doubling Season, the Magic the Gathering card. It is a red 3 cost, 0 power, 3 block And whenever this is face up in any zone, if it would gain power, it instead gains that much power plus 1. So the combo is you make 5 might tokens off the card we mentioned before. You play this, and those might tokens each give plus 2 instead of plus 1. This becomes a 3 for 10. And if you have other buffs, you can like try to combo kill your opponent and just like one shot them with this. It's cute. It's not very good.
Yeah.
3 for 0 is very bad. And we did the math. The combo in Sage is pretty bad. In CC, if we ever get like Terran CC, at the moment it's not quite there yet. Although maybe they'll give more tools for it.
I spent half an hour trying to make this card not suck, and I failed.
Yep.
Anyway, next we have Oath of Oak, which is a 0-cost 2-block Earth action. In red, it creates free by mana for Earth tokens. In yellow, 2. In blue, it creates just 1.
Seems bad.
Yeah, so the big thing I'd like to point out is there's a card called Sigil of Earth, which is very similar to this. It doesn't create a by mana for Earth token immediately, but it does when it leaves the arena. But it also has Go Again.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
And I would
And it's
rather
also
just
an
play
aura
that.
for your graveyard for all the freaking effects that
Yeah.
care about auras and grave. So,
Yeah, or your Wood Weepa.
and funnily enough, Sigil of Earth is also bad. So,
Yeah. that's
worst
fine.
Sigil of Earth is bad.
Like, 2.
Well, you were talking about double season, Evan. So Sprout Strength, your next attack.
Oh,
is
we
strength plus-
thought about Sprout Strength when we were trying to make it work.
This is a Rainbow Suite, so it's the red is 3 plus 1, then your next attack is plus 1, the next attack is plus 1. It does have Go Again. It's 2 block though. Yellow only gets 2 of those lines, and the blue is this. Your next attack is plus 1.
Yeah, so with double in season, the
Ah.
red gives plus 6 instead
Yeah.
of 3. It's
I've-
not terrible just because a 0 for plus 3 to anything
Yeah.
is okay, and it's an Earth card. It's
But it
probably
is-
not good enough to see play, but it's like better than it looks. It's probably like
Yeah.
a 2.
Yeah, something that's cool about this too is Plume of Evergrowth is actually legal in Silver Age. So you can go Sprout Strength, activate Plume of Evergrowth, play Sprout Strength again to basically have like 2 1-card 6s in a row. But then you have to do a 2-card 0 with doubling season. So you just 4-card 12 to your opponent using a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
like
that's
Sprout
so-
Strength
It's
is like
pretty
a
bad. Yeah.
free.
Yeah. I gave the only one I really thought about was the red one, but the yellow and
Yeah.
blues, I don't know if you'd use it. I gave it a 2. All right.
Evan, you like this? You like
Monolith
Gilgal?
of whatever it's called,
Gelsha.
Galaika. It's a, I think, 3-cost blue, 2-block Ice Guardian action, and you choose
One or more.
one or more. You get multiple. Very cool. Destroy
Yeah.
target frozen ally, frozen or frozen
Equipment.
Equipment.
equipment, and frozen item.
Sound it out, Evan. Sound it out.
Did you
Your
test
screen
it?
is very blurry.
I mean,
I'm
I can
sorry, man.
send you like the spoilers if you need to just have them
Yeah,
up on
but
your
like
end.
I'm lazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
this card is, it's just like bad at the moment just because like like there aren't very many ways to freeze things in Guardian, and like
Yeah.
Ice has a couple ways to freeze. Like Ice, the most prevalent cards that freeze arsenals, and this does not destroy arsenals.
Yeah, I
So
give it,
and it
like,
also blocks 2. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is pretty
I give it
bad.
a 1.
Yep.
If it was able to
Oh.
freeze Arsenal, would it be moving up to like a 3 at least? Or not
I'll
yet?
go up to like maybe 2. But anyway, next we got Frostbite here. This is an Ice Wizard instant, a blue 0-cost. Create a Frostbite token in an exposed head, chest, arms, or leg zone. What you'll note too is this is not a you may. So if your opponent does not have an exposed zone, but you do,
No.
you get the Frostbite.
No.
Now,
Andrew.
to note, it's a little better than it looks just because Icelander,
Yeah.
whenever you play an ice card on your opponent's turn, they get a frostbite. And, you know, it doesn't specify from Arsenal. So you can play this from hand just to give them a frostbite.
Mm.
But yes, if you have an exposed zone and your opponent doesn't, you will also get a frostbite.
That's
which is
funny.
very stupid.
That's funny. All right. Shattering. Oh, what did he rate it then?
It's not good.
1.
You know, I mean, it's higher than a 1. It's like a 2, but
All right. I got Shattering Grasp. This is Ice Equipment Arms, 1 block. Action. Destroy this. Destroy target frozen ally. Go again. It's a battle worn.
Dude, I hate allies, bro. I'm giving this a 5.
Yeah, I agree. I hate allies too.
I mean, okay, this isn't as bad as it looks because there's the frost horns.
Yeah, glacial horns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
glacial horns is a card that freezes allies. That's a headpiece. So you can combo that with this to destroy any ally. So you have 2 pieces of equipment that will destroy literally any ally, and that's kind of insane.
Okay, so in conjunction with Glacial Horns from Uprising and Shattering Grass, would you play this over Blade Beckoners or any of the other?
Well, I mean, no, but like if you absolutely
If you
wanted
like getting
to
horny, I guess.
if you're like, oh my god, Dromai is the most broken deck ever, and also I have no poppers, then yeah, it's pretty good.
I got you. So you're saying if you get horny and you're able to fist, then it's might be able to see
It's a
some
good
play.
sideboard card.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
super conditional, but the fact that like there's another equipment that just synergizes with it, it's not actually that conditional.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not reading this crap. Somebody else read it.
All right.
Oh,
You want to do it, Andrew?
Yeah, we've got Channel Galshia's Cradle. It's a blue 0-cost 2-block ice action aura. When this enters the arena, at the start of your turn, freeze target ally, aura, item, or equipment while this is in the arena, which means they cannot be activated. And then you can channel ice. So at the beginning of your end phase, put a flow counter on this and destroy unless you put an ice card from your pitch zone on the bottom of your deck for each flow counter on it. So what you'll note is that this card does not have go again. So you need to already have a card in pitch in order for it to work. Or as Icelander, you can just play this from your arsenal and freeze like whatever, and then on your turn you go play a Wounded Bolt because you're Icelander.
The big issue, it's a
wizard, I cast
2-block,
Wounded
and it's just so niche
Yeah.
that like it's just probably not worth
Yeah,
it.
you know how good it is to freeze an aura?
Not very.
Yeah.
You
I
can
don't even know how
destroy
you
it with
freeze
your
an aura.
Ice Guardian card. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I got a Rainbow Suite of Conquer the Icy Terrain. 3 cost. When this hits a hero, they may pay 2 resources. If they don't, you may destroy a frozen card in their arsenal or a frozen non-hero permanent they control. The red is 7, the yellow is 6, the blue is 5, and it's a 2-block. Ooh.
It just seems so like
It's niche.
like
too.
the cards that freeze things are just so mediocre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of
like-
that's the word I'm going for. It's just like underwhelming.
Yeah,
all
like the
across
cool
board.
thing you can do with it is you can play like a cold snap from your arsenal,
Yeah.
and you play this. You have 2 floating, you pummel it. But then what happens when your opponent like pays 1 or something? I don't know. This card is.
It's just pretty. Yeah, it's just niche is all. Like that scenario sounds really good, but
That's a free.
Yeah, you're jumping through so many hoops
Yeah.
just for an effect that you're like, oh, that's pretty good, and it's an effect where it's like, you know, pummeling any card is good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, pummel plus cold snap is already all right in conjunction with like a good chunk of hammers.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems mediocre, but
Yeah, I give it
Yeah.
a 2. All right.
Evan, can you read Put on Ice?
Put on Ice. This is the red one. It's a 1-cost, 2-block ice action. Go again. Freeze up to 3 target allies until the start of your next turn. If this was played from Arsenal, draw a card. Yellow is 2 allies. Blue is 1 ally.
Does have go again?
It does have go again. It's an Icelander card, although the awkward thing is not really, because Icelander, what she would do in CC is she'd play like blue cards like this that draw a card when you play it from Arsenal, and then she'd Waning Moon for 3. And then you get to like draw a card and also get 3 arcane damage. Waning Moon does not exist in Sage, so this is very awkward. If you really hate allies as much as Andrew and I do, sure, you run it. Why not?
So you're saying you're
But-
full of hate. Gotcha.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
Next, we got Sigil of Voltaris. So this is a blue 0-cost. When this enters the arena or leaves the arena, deal 1 arcane damage with target hero. To begin your action phase, destroy this. It's a lightning Runeblade instant aura. Because that
God.
Runeblade is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
It's doing a
because
lot of heavy lifting.
Without that
Cilio
Runeblade
got this.
part, this is like a 6 in a Cilio. This card is
Yeah.
would have been insane.
Don't you wish they just forgot to print that rune blade on this, right? Like the
Cilio
That
would
would
need
have been
Bans. It'd be like S
if it
tier.
was
with
in an
this.
armory deck, they probably would have forgotten to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it in the lightning rune blade Aurora decks or Briar, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so it's kind of cool because a lot of people don't play Arcane
Mm.
Barrier against them. But the other thing you have to keep in mind is a lot of Lightning Rune Blades don't like playing blues.
Yeah.
Bad that, like, yeah, just a like 0 for 2 go again is just kind of good.
Yeah, like personally, like to me, it feels like they're gonna ban Sigil of Suffering and Classic Constructed when they make Aurora 2 because Channel Lightning Valley plus Sigil of Suffering is really stupid.
Yeah.
And like this is like a card they're printing to potentially combo with Channel Lightning Valley.
Makes sense to me. Plus, like, it works with like certain lightning cards. Like, I could see it like Flittering Charge now sees play in like Briar because you play like Lightning Press, Electro, Static, and then like this, and maybe that's enough. But we'll have to see. It has potential. Maybe like a 2 or 3.
So I get the pleasure of reading Strike Twice. It's only a red print, red pitch. Strike Twice. It's a 1-cost Lightning Wizard action, 3 block. Deal 3 arcane damage to any target. If you deal arcane damage to an opposing hero this turn, you may play this as though it were an instant. Andrew, how hard is it for people to deal arcane damage to an opposing hero?
So in Acilio, you have basically like 2 ways of doing it in Silver Age. There's Voltic Veil, which we already went over, which is kind of awkward. And then the other way is playing
Comet Storm
a
Shock, right?
off of Comet
Yeah.
Storm. And so both those ways are kind of awkward. Now, you could, if you're really crazy, play Sigil of Temporal Manipulation in conjunction with Flash of Brilliance.
Nope, I'm already not with you.
To banish a non-attack off the top to play as though it were an instant.
So basically, what Andrew's saying to everybody is this card is bad.
Let's give it a
Bro,
2 and move on.
We're gonna break it one day, I swear.
Voltic
Evan.
Vanguard, it's Twinkle Toes, but a headpiece. And by that I mean it's a lightning equipment head, 0 block, instant. Destroy this, prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to you this turn. You get only activated if you've played an instance this turn. Issue is, I think like all the lightning heroes that play a lot of instances, and by that I mean Acilio, would rather play Flash of Brilliance.
Yeah.
So, and like the effect is nice, but it's also on Twinkle Toes, which is a way less relevant like equipment slot. So just play Twinkle Toes.
Fair.
Yeah, like it may have use case in the Silver Age, but
Yep.
I like it as is, and I'll put it at 2. Next we got Ion Charge, which is a yellow 0-cost lightning instant. Until our turn, lightning and elemental attacks get +1 while they have go again.
They really had to add that go again part at the end, didn't they?
Yeah, like I don't even think they have to specify the go again. Actually, they do, because otherwise this card would be insane in Acilio. And Lightning Greaves turn with this bad boy.
And,
Pretty good, yeah.
and now what is it with
Now it's
Big
bad.
Stage?
Yeah, I don't know how you really get this to go off. Like you'd have to. It's very much a build around card,
Yeah.
and for your build around to have maybe like a yellow 0 for 3 or 4 as your payoff is.
Yeah, just
pretty
imagine
not
like
good.
Lightning Press as like a
Yeah, just play
high
Lightning
roll.
Press.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
I'll
I
put
got
it like
Overcharge. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
1.
1?
Yeah.
Figured you're pretty down on the way you were sounding, and you also
Yeah, it
said
kinda
Lightning
sucked.
Press. So, all right, this is a Overcharge. It is Rainbow. It's 1 cost, 1 attack, 3 block, lightning action attack. If you play the instant card, this Chain Link, this gets +3. Go again. Yellow is +2. Blue is +1.
I mean, blue block 3 lightning card is insane, and the others are bad.
So the blue is a 3. The rest are a 2. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't think too much about it.
So cloud cover, yellow and blue already existed, and those are bad. Red is new, and reds might have some legs.
What does it do?
It's a lightning instant as
red
well.
0-cost lightning instant, and you just prevent the next 3 damage that you'd be dealt
So-
from the next source.
In Acilio, wouldn't you play this because you could filter it out if you want to do the pop-off turn, or you wouldn't even think about that? Or you play
yeah,
from-
so in Silver Age, there's a possibility this has like some cool use cases.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing that's annoying about this in CC is that in the current meta, the decks you want to play defensively against are also the decks that play Flick Knives. And you play a Cloud Cover, and then they play Flick Knives. Well, they activate Flick Knives, and now your Cloud Cover is a 1-card 1.
So if this said
pretty
prevent the
bad.
next 3 damage that are dealt to you, or whatever that wording is.
Yeah, then we would like that's being insane. Now that being said, there is a meta wherein this like sees playing Acilio. So like right now I put it at like 2. But in the right meta this could be like a 3 or 4.
Right. And Andrew,
By
I
the way,
believe. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got Haboob for those
Before
that
we
don't know.
move forward, can I just say hi, Jeremy? Glad you're here with us, buddy.
Yeah, I gotta talk about Kadachi Fi later.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kodachi Fi, your favorite. We'll talk about it later. but-
Yes, a Haboob is a 0-cost free block red with Go Again, Draconic Illusionist action aura. At the start of each turn, put a storm counter on this, then destroy it unless you destroy an ash you control for each storm counter on it. And attack action cards get -1 while attacking or defending.
Oh wow.
This
Making enough
card-
ash to make this good seems kind of mid.
This card is weird.
Yeah.
So, like, you play it, it like gives all your dragons Go Again for a turn, and it makes it hard for your opponents to pop. Like, you know, it turns all their 6s into 5s.
Yep.
But like, you know, it also kind of potentially hurt you. So like if you have like a chain under, like say for example a snatch to end the turn with, suddenly that snatch is only coming in for free, which is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
That's a weird card, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very weird card. I don't think it's good currently. Like I put it like 2 for right now. But this is another one of those cards where the right meta.
We talked about the Herald of Victoria being pretty good. I think like if that's good, then this is also good. Like defensively, this works, right? So
But the difference with that Herald is it was still an attack for 7 and 2 cost in yellow. So
yeah,
what does this
I mean
do
this
for?
might see play in like defensively. The issue is like Ash is premium, and
Yeah.
also 20 health formats getting a lot of Ash is tough. So
Yeah.
it's probably not good enough in Stage, unfortunately.
Now, quick question: if there's a defensive slant in Stage with all the Guardians running amok, would this be better because you're going toward the end or second cycle, or is it still over too fast for it currently?
No,
based
I
on-
think this is at its best against ninjas
Okay.
defensively. I think like if it's an anti-popper card, it's not good enough
Okay.
because
Alright.
like poppers are above 6.
Hey, that Haboob is not playable. All right, I got Inflame the Firebrand. This is a red pitch, 0 cost, 2 power, 3 diff block. When this attacks, if you control 2 or more Draconic chain links, this gets Go Again. 3 or more, your attacks are Draconic this combat chain. 4 or more, this gets +2. I like this card a lot. I think it's a easy a 4.
It's also Draconic Ninja attack. So
yeah,
it does
it's good
count
in
itself.
5.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
in 5 this is a 4. In Syndra, it's very interesting. Like in the more dagger focused builds, I like it a good bit.
Yeah.
In Sage, you have to be more dagger swing focused for Syndra, so I like it in Syndra too. In
Yeah.
CC, I do not like it in Syndra.
I
Well-
like it in CC Syndra.
I think
do
it
not.
also has
You're
some
not
play
Draconic
where
enough.
she can still chain end or not at least spend her fealty so much to make her next attack Draconic. So I think it works that way. I get a strong 4. But what do you guys think?
I give it
I
a 4.
think it's I give it a 4 in Sage.
All right. Oh, it's a
I mean, you're
it's a
Fang
Fang
expert,
card. Woo! Sorry. Go ahead, Evan.
Oh, it's a 0 cost Draconic Warrior attack reaction 3 block. It gives a dagger +1 and deal a damage on hit, and then it also gets rid of frostbite. So if you would get frostbites, you can banish this from grave to stop one of them from stop
No,
one
it
of the
stops
frostbites.
all of them.
Oh, does it stop all of them? Very cool.
Yeah, if one or more would be created in one instance, you can block all of it.
That's pretty awesome. So it's good against like Icelander, I guess. And just in general, it's a Draconic attack reaction that blocks 3. There are very few of those for Fang, so Fang probably likes it. It's not at all what Fang needed.
Well, I do think it's still better than some of the options he's been playing. So, what would you rate it?
I mean, it's like a 3 to 4, I guess. I'll give it a 4, but
Yeah, it's like
shrug.
the epitome of like card that's like 5 in its deck and like a 1 overall because it's in an awful deck.
Yes.
Oh, I think
It
Fang's
doesn't
better
fix. It does not fix Fang at all. And in
Bro.
Sage, Fang is terrible.
than. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. We are talking about Sage. You're right.
I mean,
Right.
even in CC, he sucks, but yeah.
And in CC, he also sucks. And
I'm not
he
allowed
needed
to
help.
express all my opinions on Fang within the course of one 5-hour or less video.
Don't worry, we'll be done in the next hour, guys. If you're still
God.
sticking around, give yourself a pat on the back. We've been here for at least almost 3 hours, give or take.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
let's
got
break-
Smoldering Scales, which is a 2-block Guardwell Draconic chess piece. If one or more frostbite tokens to be created under your control, instead you may destroy this.
You said 2 block Guardwell. This is good.
Yeah.
The Frostbite stuff probably doesn't matter in most matchups, but 2 block Guardwell is good enough.
Yeah.
This is
I
a
agree.
4.
Yeah, that's great.
Fire that burns within. This is a good card. Red, 1 cost, 2 attack, 2 block. Go again. When it attacks, you can discard a Phoenix Flame. If you do, you draw a card, and this gets +2. This is very strong in Fi,
Yeah,
both
let's
in
go
CC
again.
and in Sage. I mean, this is just a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the card is insane in Fi.
Yeah, it's not good anywhere else, but in Fi, it's very awesome.
All right, this is 4 feathers, 1 crown. Sorry, Andrew, I'm going to jump on here, and then I'll let you have the next ones. This is 0 cost, 2 power, 3 block. When this attacks, it gets +1 for each card with Phoenix in its name in your graveyard.
This card sucks.
I want to talk about Phoenix Bannermans here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that first.
All right, so Phoenix Bannerman. So we got 4 Phoenix Bannermans. So to explain this, let's talk about Phoenix Flame, because this is a reprint in this set. Phoenix Flame is just a 0 for 0 Draconic attack that gets +1 if you control 2 or more Draconic chain links. So the Phoenix Bannermans are all legendary, free block Draconic actions with Go Again, red 0 costs.
And they work like the illusionist equipment, in which like what tokens they give you. Right?
Yeah.
So
head
for
gives
every
you ponder,
slot.
arms gives you might, legs gives you agility, chest gives you vigor, and then they also let you search up a Phoenix Flame.
And similar to the illusionist equipment that we talked about, they all suck except for the ponder one. The ponder one is pretty good.
Yeah, and if your Bannermen suck, what does that say about your 4 feathers, 1 crown?
Yeah, 4 feathers, 1 crown is even worse because only one of the bannermen is good, and a 0 for 3 is bad.
So straight 2s across, maybe 1s. I mean, I wouldn't really play them. I don't know. There's better options in 5. All right. Thank you for covering that, Andrew. You may cover this one as your reward.
Oh, cool. We got Serpent's Kiss. This is a blue free block, 0 cost, 1 power Mystic Assassin attack with stealth. When this attacks, you create a Fang Strike or Slither in your hand. If you use Transcended this turn, instead create both. And when this hits a hero, you look at the top 2 cards of their deck and banish one of them. So in Silver Age now, I'm pretty sure this is just like an instant you have to play. Something to note is that it's when this attacks triggers, so you just respond to that trigger with the Transcend card, and so you get to create a Fang Strike and a Slither.
I mean, the card is insane in New, and even in CC, like if New ever comes back, like it's also insane.
Yeah. All right. Wax and Waned, 0 cost, Mystic Illusionist, instant, no block. Choose one or both. Put a +1 counter on target blue aura you control. Put a +1 counter on target aura with ward you control. If you choose both, search your deck for an energy, reveal it, shuffle, and put it on top of your deck.
On top of your deck?
You know what, though? You kind of tell your people what you're doing for the next turn. You're blocking 1 less. But she is a defensive plant anyways. I think this is a good card. I think it's 4, unless I'm misreading it. You don't like that?
Yeah, you don't have manifestations of Mirror Guy in Silver Age, so those. If you have Mirror Guy, this card's insane.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Okay, and then what's the equivalent of Mirror Guy in the Sage format, though? What would you be thinking about? It'd be the.
I mean, there's no good blue auras in Sage.
Yeah, there's like no super great like blue auras to target with.
So like one of the 2 modes is, I feel, just completely irrelevant. So like it's a blue no block that puts a counter as an instant, which is like, that's not bad, but like is it good enough to play a blue no block in a deck that really wants to block?
So the way I'm reading it is you get search your energy, you get to put a random blue on there, and if you have a blue aura already in play. So but you guys are saying it's
if you choose both, though, is the thing. And there's no way you're choosing both because blue auras are bad.
Yeah, and since it says target, that means you have to have the aura in play when you play this card, so you can't just go like play Wax and Wane in response, Transcend, activate Enigma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this card's like a 1 to me.
Yeah,
okay,
it's interesting. It's a trap. It's
then I was trapped and I rescinded. So listen to these guys. All right.
Take 1 to rip.
We also just hate illusionists, so maybe we're gaslighting you.
No.
You wouldn't do that. In this case, we're not. I mean, I would do that, but I'm not in this.
What does the tiger looking at the water do?
Why don't you tell me?
It's shapeless form. It's a blue 0 cost, 2 block, 1 attack, Mystic Ninja attack. Whenever you play an attack action card with Ephemeral, choose a name. It gets to choose a name, and this says Go Again. So the big thing, obviously, with this is you play it in Zen as the only Mystic Ninja. It enables your Transcends because it's blue. And then you activate Zen to get a Crouching Tiger as your ephemeral attack, and you get to choose whatever name you want with it to then combo off with whatever. So it's very similar to Shifting Winds of the Mystic Beast in CC. Problem is, Shifting Winds of the Mystic Beast in CC was not that good in the first place, and that card made Crouching Tigers.
I mean, I guess there's the Crazy Brew combo if you want it. Oh, but you can't even tutor for it, so probably not.
Yeah, so I put this card I like too.
It's a bit of a trap until we get better combo cards.
All right. Go ahead, Evan. I'll let you handle this one.
Kimono of Layered Lessons. So it's cloak, so it comes in face down. Instant, you can pay a chi, turn it face up, put a +1 counter on it, and a +1 block counter on it. And at the end of the turn, you destroy it. So it's a block 2, I guess. Am I missing something?
Yeah, you have to give up a blue to do it. It's the thing. It's
It's like good if your opponent is breaking the
Closing the
chain
chain.
constantly, but like
Who's doing
chain
that?
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
And even if chain existed, who, he breaks the chain more than any other hero, it's still bad.
Yeah, I give it a 1.
It's
Well,
definitely a 1.
let's group this one into the next one. So this is Recede to Mistform X, Mystic Instant. Choose X equipment with cloak. While with cloaked, you have equipped, turn them face down. Counters remain when turned face down. I mean, is there any niche case where this is actually good? Am I
With the
misreading it?
legendary Enigma, I guess.
Let's go on then.
Fluid Motion, this is a good card. Yeah, it's just 0 cost, blue, 3 block, 2 power. If you've created a card this turn, then this gets go again. So if you transcend with Enigma as well as Zen, and then activate the Chi ability, this gets go again. 0 for 2, 3 block, go again. Very good.
Good starting point.
Good, like 3
Yeah,
3
just
to
a
4.
3.
Yeah.
Next, we have what is this? Mistborn Protector.
Manifest Muscle.
Oh, Manifest Muscle. Ooh. This is a blue, free block, free cost, attack for 5. Mystic. If you create a card this turn, it gets +1. So this one's a little less cool because you don't want to activate Zen and then have that Crouching Tiger stuck in your hand with no go again.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wrote
Even in
place it.
Enigma, it's like not good because you want the go again to swing with your like spectral shield.
Yeah, so like you can do some cool things and new with this with like hisses or venomous bites, but I don't think it's really worth it. I give this card like a 2.
Nope. I agree.
All right. This is Mistborn Protector, 0 cost, Mystic Defense Reaction, 2 block. While this is defending, if you created a card this turn, this gets +1. Tokens are cards. It's a 3.
No, it's not. What?
I
What?
give it a 2. Like the big thing I like to compare this to is Deep Blue Sky, which is something that Enigmas would play in the past, which is a very similar effect, but it just gets +1 for each blue card you've pitched. Having the rest of the stat
Importantly,
line be the
that
same.
card is cost 0. So
Okay. So
I mean, this one does too.
if I remember correctly, this is a 0 cost blue pitch, right? That's a defense reaction. But I do know that people are still playing this card too. And yeah, if it's placed from Arsenal, it's +4, right? So is that the difference where
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the numbers.
pretty
Then
much.
let's move
Silver
on.
Age is a very number-based format. Can you read this?
Can I read this? Let me find it. Because no, I actually can't. It's Billowing Mist. Your next attack this turn gets +1 power. The next time you would create a card with Ephemeral this turn, instead create that many +1. That's pretty good. Yeah.
0 cost 2 block 2. So
Yeah.
yeah, so obviously this is like really good in Zen because you get to create 2 tigers to then do some cool tiger stuff with.
Yeah. The big issue with it, I think, in Sage, I'm like, okay, this is kind of mid. There's like, who cares
You
if
don't
you
have
have 2
Chase to
tigers?
Tell is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chase to Tell was in
In
like, Silver
CC,
Age,
I guess
right?
whenever these cards come back, like it's worth checking out because having a bunch of crouching tigers
Yeah.
can be very degenerate.
Yeah, I give it a 2 right now.
I
Next
agree.
we got Look Within, which is a blue free block mystic, 0 cost, search deck for a Chi, reveal it, shuffle, and put it on top. Go again. I give it a 2. I can't figure out
Yeah,
why you'd
bad.
want to put a Chi
Yeah.
on top of your deck.
Okay.
I agree.
I got Spreading Mist, 0 cost blue pitch, 2 block mystic action. Your next attack this turn gets go again. The next time you would create a card with Ephemeral this turn, instead create that many +1. This is what we just read.
It's similar, but it gives go again instead of +1. And I'll
Right.
give it a similar evaluation of 2.
There you go.
Yeah. I agree.
All right, you read Topsy Turvy.
Wow, we got Topsy Turvy Chaos Equipment Head. It has
Okay.
Arcane Barrier 1. Instant, you destroy this until end of turn. If one or more cards would be put on top of a deck, instead they're put on the bottom. So in essence, if your opponent tries to opt and they say, "Whoa, baby, this card is really good," you say, "Wow, put it on the bottom of your deck, please." So it has legs into like something like Azalea. It's good against Kano because Arcane Barrier, of course, is good against Kano, and then just manipulating the top of their deck is kind of insane. So it's these playing the Chaos Heroes. It's definitely like a 4.
I would
this is Arcane
also
Barrier.
say that there's a Pleiades fatigue deck in CC. This would, hit some of those cards that they shuffle on top it'd be funny
It's
to put them
definitely
on
not good enough to be played
Yeah, it's
in
not
that
worth
Yeah.
it
way.
in that context,
But
but
it's
it is
cute.
really funny.
It's
If you
cute.
do it and you win a game, you should send a message to Will because he loves it when people tell him stuff like that. You can
Yeah, do
find
it.
his Discord when he tells you what it is at the end of the episode.
Email.
I
That's
live
funny.
vicariously through other people's bad plays. All right, going on because we're descending into madness now, fellas.
Yeah,
Speaking
it's a
of,
blue free block, zero cost chaos attack reaction. Banish a random card from the defending hero's hand. Then they draw a card. So
Tough to
this
evaluate. Like that's
is
such
the
a strong
coolest
effect.
art in the set.
Yeah.
Problem is it's an attack reaction, so your opponent still gets to like make further blocking decisions with it in mind. If they have a defense reaction they'd like to play, they'll just respond with it. Sometimes it's effectively just banish the top card of their deck. It does have some interesting use cases in conjunction with Contract because it does banish cards, from your opponent's hand to potentially trigger
Yeah, but it's a
Contract.
chaos card, so like hunting.
Yeah, you have to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the problem is you have to play Contract, Whip of Deceit, I guess.
And
who's
why would
doing
you
that?
ever do that? Yeah.
oh man, that's just concocting disorder right
Yeah,
there,
just
fellas.
give it like a 2.
Yeah.
This is
It's
your
like
card.
yeah, it's a cool card. It's not good.
All right, so concoct disorder. The chaos action cards all seem cute to me, right? But I know I won't play them, right?
That's a good way to put them. Yeah.
So
It's
concoct
cute.
disorder is a 1-cost rainbow. When this attacks, each hero pits the top card of their deck face down into their arsenal. If 2 or more cards are pinned to arsenals this way, this gets go again. The red is 4, yellow 3, blue 2.
Wow, it's like Codex of Inertia. This must be broken, right?
Yeah, this is
The 1-for-4 go again. It says draw a card basically, but also draws your opponent a card.
yeah. You know,
It's less bad than it looks, although it's still bad. So
Yeah. So like,
2.
I give it a free. Like that's a lot
Okay.
of cool, interesting use cases.
Fair. I am interested to
No.
see how this will hit in CC, but I know in Sage, I'm trying to imagine.
there's no way it hits in CC, unfortunately.
Yeah.
In Sage, I don't know. I'll give it a 3 because I think the blue one might see play.
Okay. How about hyperinflation?
Dude, Andrew loves inflation.
I don't. But Evan, on the other hand, he was telling me about inflation earlier this week.
I looked up Arachne inflation. I enjoyed it.
What is
You guys,
hyperinflation?
do we need? Are we going to cancel? Do I need to put a warning down below? Do not go search for this shit, or like, how's that work?
So hyperinflation is a 0-cost 4-power 3 block with go again. And when this attacks, cards cost 1 more resource to play this turn. That means D-reacts your opponent plays cost 1 more, which is
And your attacks?
very good. But your attack actions cost 1 more to play.
Yeah.
It doesn't
And your
affect
attack
weapons,
reactions.
which is pretty cool.
Hmm.
It does affect attack reactions. The card is so close to being good, but nah, it's just not.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 2 at least because it's titanium bubble.
And it
That's
is
true.
a rainbow suite. I'm not sure if Evan you said that, but
It
okay.
is, yeah.
Next we got Tough as a Rock. It's a blue, free cost, free block, revered brute attack. If you have less life than each other hero, this card's base power is 6. Otherwise, it's 0. So
Oh,
I'm pretty
is that a
sure.
brute 6?
I'm pretty sure if you're playing Tough Nut, this is a 5. The problem is you're playing Tough Nut, so it's actually a 1. So
I actually think
I
this
agree.
card's really good in Tough Nut. All right, because
yeah,
it is a
it's
blue
really
6.
good at Tough
It's
Nut.
really good in Tough Nut. Asterisk, you're playing Tough Nut.
Look, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I made some trades, questionable trades, to get a Marvel Rock and a Tough Nut Marvel.
That sounds like a Will thing to do.
but-
bro, can you like come to me with these questionable trades? I like free money. I'll just buy off TCG player.
Hey,
and
listen.
maybe-
I didn't buy off TCG Player. I go through the Pro Discord on this one, but yeah, it was interesting. So, who's covering the energy of the audience?
You.
Good, because this is a yellow pitch, 3-cost, revered guardian action attack, 6 power. If you have less life than each other hero, this gets +1 power for each aura of suspense you control.
It doesn't help Thomas fatigue, so it's bad.
Yeah, as far as just a straight attack goes, I don't know. I just feel like
Honestly, it is pretty bad just in general. I
Yeah.
think like Guardian does not need that.
yeah.
Getting a bunch of auras of suspense is very difficult. I
Yeah.
guess there's a world where you could somehow combo a bunch, but
yeah,
that
now that
seems
we're about to
unlikely.
So
reach the next season, have any of you seen a standing ovation go off yet?
no, well,
Jeremy did one against me, and it hurt a lot because I was playing Lyath, and my hero didn't untap.
I seen once, and it was new players. Like it was at the Duluth Sunday match, Right? And it was Jorge helping out his girlfriend against. I'm pretty sure it's Paul playing an alternate deck than his Gravy Bones, but don't quote me on that.
All playing
Yeah.
not
So
Gravy
that's
Bones. I
how
don't
hard it
believe
is to
you.
just have 3 auras as a
Yeah.
Sphinx.
Yes. So yeah, the card's not good.
Oh, maybe it was him playing Hit Tough Nut. Right? Is a meme. So,
This
anyways,
is it.
yeah, I agree.
Then comeback kicks.
Comeback kicks. 1 block, battle worn, revered equipment legs. Whenever the crowd cheers you, if you have less life than each other hero, you may destroy this. If you do, gain an action point. That seems pretty good. The issue is like, yeah, getting action points and battle worn is very good, but at the same time, I'm kind of wondering, like, who wants this?
Tough Nut.
Yeah.
Tough Nut wants it, but then you're
Yeah, it's classic Tough Nut conundrum.
Yeah.
They keep giving him some really cool cards. Problem is you have to play Tough Nut to play them.
I don't know. Tough Nut's going to be meta next season. Hear me out, guys.
Okay.
Hear me out.
So how much do you want to bet on this? Because
yeah, how much money? I'm getting in on that.
I'm all about probabilities, and that probability is not in my favor. So
Comeback Kicks is a good card, but I think the revered heroes don't use it very well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah,
unfortunate.
I know. Like, Promise Plays can't use it like super well either.
Yeah.
But next we have Emboldened by the Crowd, which is a yellow free cost 6 block revere defense reaction. But if you've been cured this turn, this costs 3 less to play. And something to keep in mind is the revered headpiece says when you block with this, the crowd cheers you. So there is a very easy way to turn this on.
Yep.
The problem is every other instance is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Helm of the Adored. That being said, I do think that Pleiades usually does play this as their headpiece in Silver Age. And so you just block with the Adored, block with this, and then you're able to actually block on the turn that you want to drop your big attack with confidence.
So
yeah.
Tough Nut
it's a
would
good
also
sideboard card.
Tough Nut could also play this by doing a defensive pitch and to play D
if you
react.
do a defensive
Play this.
nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's very dangerous because if you don't get a 6 off the top,
You don't get.
might arrive.
So the thing is if you don't hit a 6 off the top, you probably hit a blue, so you just play Emboldened by the Crowd anyway.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you have a
right about
pitch
that.
outlet, what you do is you activate Tough Nut. If you hit, you use the pitch outlet. If you miss,
Yeah. Just pay for this.
that's a good way to put it. So
You
yeah,
just pay
it's
for
a
it.
good card.
I know how to nut, bro.
Probably like a 3 to 4.
All right.
Yeah.
I got the Rainbow Suite of Hulk Up. It's a 4 cost, 8 attack, 2 block. If you have less life than each other hero, this costs 1 less resource to play. It's a revered action attack. So
I mean, it's a blue 6 for Tough Nut.
it's a blue 6
Yep.
for Tough Nut. It is also a that's all you have to say, really. So let's move it on. I actually
Once
like this
more.
a lot.
I didn't know we have to make a script for evaluating Tough Nut cards.
Dude, I actually think Tough Nut got really good help this set. But you're saying it's Tough Nut, I get it. But
Yeah, he's only 20 more cards away from being a D tier.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
that's just like Uzuri.
Tough Nut's only 20 more blue 6s away from being.
No, he's gonna be good. You guys wait. I'm gonna crack him. I'm gonna crack that
Alright.
Tough Nut. All
You and
right.
Jorge. Good luck.
Hulk Up, I do actually think in Tough Nut, the blue specifically is good. So 4 in Tough Nut, maybe even a 5
I would.
in Tough Nut.
Sure. You know what? Yeah. This is Stadium Security. 3 block. Or
No, it's
not
a 2
3 block. 3 cost, 2 block, 7 power. When this is in your arsenal, if you've controlled the toughness token this turn, this gets ambush, which means you can defend with it from your arsenal. That's mid. That's bad. Who cares? If it blocked for 3, that would be pretty decent. Blocking for 2, it's like, who cares? Like, I don't care that I can block from
you
arsenal.
probably play the yellow and Tough Nut, maybe.
I don't know about that one.
Well,
Maybe.
it is a
I mean,
yellow
it's
pitch.
good against assassins.
Yeah.
It's like your version of Overcrowded and Tough Nut.
in
that's
in CC, you mean?
Yeah,
When you're playing CC Tough Nut, yeah.
That's the ceiling. Okay.
That's the ceiling. Very
Well,
cool.
I gotta be honest. I think the stealing was. God, I can't remember the name. Let's see.
He's making a pun, but he's messing it up.
No, it's not
Alright.
fun. It's the spice. That's for Tough Nut
No.
CC. All right,
No.
let's go to.
No.
Now we can get
Chain
on to some
Brutality?
cool talents.
Yes,
Yeah, Chain of
indeed.
Brutality. This is a 0 cost reviled brute attack. Blocks 3, comes in for 2. It is red. This has 6 or more power. It gets go again. And when this hits a hero, the next attack action card you play this turn has base power 6. Yeah, this card is really,
So
really
freaking
cool.
good.
And both Silver Age and CC, I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
Dude, Wild KO. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
Donks.
Reviled KO's ability lets you buff this up to 6. So this is a 4 for 6 with Go Again that has on hit, your next attack action card gets base power 6. Which
Oh, so good.
I know Evan's a hater of this.
What?
But yeah, Evan is a hater. So this card can do some really funny things against decks that
Yeah,
really
I don't
don't like
like
the
it.
block. And if your opponent really likes the block, you just play like a disruptive attack afterwards a lot of the time. Like for example,
So I have like shifted my thought of the card a bit, simply because in CC you have outside interference. So like
yeah,
tutoring for it in scenarios where it's good is possible. So I don't hate it there. I do think like the problem I have with this card is it has the Azuri problem where you're like, oh, I'm so worried about like the on hit, and then you block 6, and then you say, I am no longer worried about the on hit.
Yeah, so like a few other cool things you can do with this in CC in particular. If you have 2 blues, you go Chain of Brutality. Your opponent goes, okay, I'll block 6. You go, okay, I'll pitch 2 blues. Command and Conquer next. Do you want to give me 2 more free blocks? Or are we going to hit with this?
Yeah.
The Go
So that's
Again
like-
isn't bad. I'm not sold on it, but it like the effect is powerful enough that to consider.
Yeah, and this card in multiples, like if you hit with 1 Chain of Brutality and then drop another one, it's so brutal.
In Sage, though, to go to your point, Andrew, you could do Chains of Brutality to Blue Wreck Havoc, right? If they're playing a lot of D-Reacts and it's a D-React meta, right?
Yeah.
And then there's that way where that turns that blue into a 6. Pretty easy stuff. So, I mean, I like it in Sage. I think it's a good card for Revolved KO.
Yeah, no, this is like one of my favorite cards in the set.
I'm
100%,
not
man.
sold. I'm a hater.
Well,
yeah,
you
Evan
walk in our
Reed-
shoes, Evan.
I've played RKO before.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, you beat my ass with it.
but-
I remember.
Yeah, that was really funny. Yeah, walk in my shoes. I love Lyath, so this card's pretty cool. It's a yellow, 0 cost, 3 power, reviled guardian action attack, 3 block. If it has power greater than its base, it gets +1. Crush when it deals 4 more damage to a hero until end of their next turn. Their base power and block of attack action cards gets halved, rounded up. So they basically get Lyath's text box.
That's freaking so funny.
Yeah.
I have been asked about this card a lot, so
Yeah.
I've been thinking about how I feel about the card, and I think my answer for this card is it is probably good in Sage, and in CC it is good but not good enough.
Fair.
Yeah, I think the biggest
Because-
issue with this card is what do you cut for it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because like the problem in CC with Lyath is that like you have so many cards that are like, hey, when this hits, your opponent discards their whole hand, and it's like, hey, when this hits, your opponent is not like they attack poorly, and I'm like, well, they attack poorly, but they're still attacking me. I would
Yeah.
rather, yeah,
Sorry, Evan, you
it's
broke
okay.
up for me. Can you repeat the last thing? When they're
It's-
attacking you, what?
when they're attacking you, you know,
Yeah.
like even if the base power is halved, like they still have a hand,
Gotcha.
All right.
Right.
so it's all right. It's like
we can talk about this one now.
yeah.
Right. Line crossers. If you have the same life as a hero, it also counts as you having more life than them, and them having less life than you. Blade of Break, one defense, reviled equipment arms. Here's the thing: you're giving up defensive abilities to say at start of the game, you are at higher life than another hero, which is a lot of ways of how people get through reviled KO. This is not good for Lyath. It sucks for Lyath. I'm pretty sure of it. But for reviled
Why?
KO, you don't think it? I mean, it is good for Lyath? Because I thought you would either block with your.
And life, it's not like you can play Blade Beckoner or Gauntlets.
Oh, okay. Well, I know with a KO in Sage, this is the best you would want to use. I think you'd use this. Lose life. To
I
get
mean,
that
it's
advantage.
good with Mocking Blow, and Mocking Blow is a good Lyath card as well as a good
Okay.
KO card. So,
Well, so I think this solved that issue for Sage, right? I think it does give reviled KO and Lyath legs, especially in conjunction with some of the other cards we talked about. I give it a 4.
it is better in KO than Lyath, I'll say, and yeah, it's decent in KO. It probably sees play. but
Yeah, I give it a 4.
it's like a 3. I don't know. It's kind of okay.
Yeah, give it a free as well. All right, my turn to talk about Snarky Prey.
Oh, this is my favorite card.
Not
This
at
is
all
my top pick,
topical.
dude.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
it's a red 0 cost free block attack for 1. When this attacks
Uh-huh.
a hero with the top card of your deck. If it is red, destroyed. This gets +4. So this card has a really high ceiling of being a 0 for 5. and a really low floor of being a 0 for 1.
Yep.
Mhm.
So you can tell what high risk.
And you can tell why I don't like it, because it's really, really high risk.
I guess you can tell why I like it, because I love the high risk play. It could be as what, a 2-card 10 in Revolved KO.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
just
so
play
is
red
Mocking Blow. No.
So you're saying having a second copy of Mocking Blow is bad? No, it's
Having a
good.
second copy of Mocking Blow where you play it and sometimes it's not Mocking Blow and it's a 0 for 1, it sounds terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
Like if it like booed you and like then that gave it the +4, I could see this card being like good.
I agree
but
with that, yeah.
in its current form, I give it a 2.
Interesting. I gave
I
it
agree.
a
I
3
think
with
it's a
potential
trap.
upside. Okay. I'm playing the snarky prick, let me tell you.
Okay.
Insult to Injury. 0 cost, 3 power, 3 block. When this attacks a hero, if you have like 3 block head jab, seems pretty decent in blue. The blue one, of course, is a 1 power card, but like RKO doesn't care. Like they're all 6 power.
Yeah. Like one of the most annoying things about playing against RKO is when you're in that late game where it's like, okay, I'm at like 2, he's at like 3. And like they just play that one attack that has go again off of like an agility somehow, and you're like, what do I do? How do I block this?
Yep.
And this card does a great job of that. I think
Yeah,
it's
so
like
the
a 4.
blue version 100% sees play in RKO in CC as well as in Sage.
And it's 1 power for looking for a scrap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good card.
Oh, I got that, Brad. Oh shit. So this is 0 cost.
We still love you, and that's why we do the virtual thing, Andrew. So
Okay,
go ahead.
so-
Yeah. We tried to do this in person together, but Andrew stunk so hard.
I didn't say that.
So
sorry to
red,
reveal this to you, Andrew.
0 cost, 2 block reviled action, intimidate target hero. Next time an attack you control hits the turn, create 3 might tokens. In yellow, you make 2 might tokens, and in blue, you make 1 might token. So in RKO, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like this at all either.
You don't like this in Lyeth, dude? This is made for Lyeth.
No, who cares?
You
have Cruel Ambition.
Yeah, it's Cruel Ambition with hoops, because you have to attack your the power.
Here's the thing: think about the assassin card Toxicity, which is a 0 for 5 damage if something hits, and like they have attack reactions, and that card is not good.
See, it's funny you guys emphasize the might tokens, and I get it, pure numbers, but I really like the intimidate part on this, especially for Lyeth.
But you're a Reinhardt player.
But you take a card out your hand, right? You got one less card to block with, and more time for Lyeth to get the crush effects on. Right? I mean, isn't that his whole point? Is to try to come out over the top and crush your opponent?
Yeah, but it's still like equipment exists. So like, if all it's doing is intimidating, it's bad. And when it actually hits, all you're getting is a Cruel Ambition, and like, yeah, that's still mediocre.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like intimidating your opponent with lineup's not always the best, because if you have like an effect that makes them discard their hand, well, now they have a card.
Yep.
Like,
Gotcha.
the blue may see play as like some anti-fatigue tech eventually.
Okay.
No, it blocks too.
It's like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I got my killer helm. If you control gold, so this gets +1 defense. I did say it right. That's something I know that. I was like Mercury. Anyways, my killer helm. Action: 2 resources. Destroy this. The next time you would draw a card from a gold token this turn, instead of draw 2 cards, go again. It's temper. It's a 1 block. I think if you're not playing, it's a generic equipment headpiece too. So I think actually, if you don't have a better head slot, you could and you generate gold. I think this actually sees play, right?
I mean, any hero that generates gold, this is like in
Best in
Sage
slot.
the headpiece you run. This is best in slot. It's pretty broken as a generic headpiece. Like,
so in Victor, you would love this card then.
Victor likes it. Kasai likes it. Like anything, and all the pirates probably like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, Andrew, do you want Evan to read the next 4 or the next 3 because he got didn't he get the one that goes with this, the helmet?
Yeah, but only one of them does it.
yeah, bro, this is Evan's favorite card on the set here.
Yeah, if you guys open a gold foil, I will rip this out of your hands and steal it.
Well,
this is burnished bunker plate.
Well, hold on, Evan. Before you continue on, Andrew, remember what we were talking about earlier about how the older we get, our standards to get lower and lower for certain actions? Now we know what Evan's actions are. We'll tell you off camera, but go ahead, cover this.
my standards are very high. You know, if you do not have a defense reaction where you destroy this and you add an action card from your arsenal to the active chain link as a defending card, I don't want to even talk to you, because this card is 5 out of 5 best card. Ignore everything these two say about this
The worst
card.
card in the set. That good.
But I don't
Next,
know. He loves these cards, though. I mean, I guess, right? But go ahead.
I got
next
a
we have
gold foil of the
Unyielding
headpiece.
Grip. It's a 0 block arms with Blade Break, but if you have no cards in your hands, get plus free. So the main hero I want to play this against is Reinar, because he does a really good job of making me have no cards in my hand and making me wish I had a card that blocked free.
Yeah.
Reinar is not a meta in Silver Age, and definitely not in CC.
I think any like fatigue deck probably considers running this, just because like if your opponent has a pop off turn, like having 3 block is better than anything else. So
I think Reinar in Silver Age is going to be good, and I definitely love Reinar in CC.
Like I could see Oldham running this if they have the slot for it, which is cringe.
Okay, don't get me started on Reinar in Silver Age.
It's probably like Reinar in what's the format with Blitz? That's it.
You wish it was that good.
All right, this is yours, Andrew.
No,
this is yours.
Unflinching Foothold. See, I just like to stand my ground. Generic equipment legs, 1 block, instant destroy this. Target attack loses and can't gain dominate. It is battle worn, so you get to keep this sucker around even when you block with it.
That's kind of insane. Yeah.
Target attack
this is
loses,
an
can't gain
Azalea
dominate.
hate piece.
It's Azalea hate. It's Guardian hate.
It's generic too, so I mean,
honestly,
if you have the slots for it.
There's an argument where it's like, is this better than Base of the Mountain? You know, like.
Well, I don't have Base of the Mountain, so it's better for me.
Yeah, it's budget Base of the Mountain.
It's budget Base of the Mountain, but there's also an argument of like this blocks for 1 with Battle Worn, and then also has the Base of the Mountain effect some later turn. So
if you're
that's what I like about
player, this is a great way to beat Balda.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's true.
The next 3 cards are kind of a cycle here, so why don't you cover them?
So the next 3 cards are the 3 elixirs, and essentially they all 3 block, 1 cost reds, generic actions. Your next attack this turn gets +3 power, and you may destroy a Bloodrot Pox, you may destroy an Inertia, you may destroy a Frailty, and if you do, you gain 1 life, and they have Go Again. They're better than they look at first.
Oh, I love them.
We've never seen a 1 cost give a block.
We have Come to Fight.
Come to Fight does not give it to any action. It's just attack action.
Oh, okay, so you're supposed to find action cards, okay.
Yeah, so these ones work on weapons, which is actually like a relevant upside compared to the other ones. And so like it's worth at least considering, just because like the stats are good.
You can like play a Nebula Blade swing with this.
I mean, that's a 3 for 7. They're not that good. I'm kind of gassing them up because it's kind of it is technically power creep compared to cards we've seen in the past, but they're still kind of like, I don't know, like 2s, like they're like almost playable.
Yeah.
And I don't think sideboard wise, like the effect's just way too niche.
Well, like even if we talk about what you like, the Celio hate card, the one where the people hit the potion or whatever that card is.
Amulet of Echoes?
Yes, Amulet of Echoes. Like if you're thinking about that's the targeted hate card for a specific hero that's running Gambit on the meta currently in CC, these cards don't measure up to those cards in that way because the Frailty, the Bloodrot tokens, the Inertias aren't as hard slapping as the Celio going on.
They're basically if you want to run the effect, the +3 effect.
That's what you
like
do.
The rest is just gravy, right?
Yeah.
The rest of you're just like, oh, this is awesome additional upside. But
right, let's hit it.
Yeah.
Presence.
All right. We got next set.
Ransack and Raise. The blue free block generic action cost with X. Destroy target landmark with cost X and create X gold token.
Dude, this is busted in Sage. You can destroy literally every landmark in Sage with this.
This card is
all
a blue
0
free
of
block,
them.
so it's a 2.
All right.
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
In CC, you can destroy the library with this card, right?
Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah, like
you
it's
guys
better
made
than
Prism do.
Deathmatch-
Yeah.
Match Arena if you really want a card that kills library.
Yeah.
And like that's way too niche.
Yeah.
All right. Destructive tendencies, because that's what I have.
perfect for you.
It's a blue cost 0 generic instant. Choose one or both. Remove all counters from target item token. Remove all counters from target aura token. Why don't you guys tell me what you think while I cough off camera? And mind you, look at the picture. Beautiful.
It's still pretty niche. It's just not good enough.
So the big thing that this is clearly targeting is Enigma, where you, against Enigma, are able to play it to remove all the +1 counters from a Spectral Shield.
Yep.
You can like hate on Hyperdriver tokens as well if you really feel like it.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah.
there are like weird niche stuff. You can remove steam counters from items. You can remove like the verse counters from Runeblade auras.
Yeah, but there's no Runeblade Aura tokens with first count.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty niche. It's basically just for Enigma, I think, is the best use case. So if Enigma's top tier and you really need ways to help beat it, this is not bad.
Yeah,
But at
the
the
no block
moment,
on the
probably
bottom
like a
is-
2.
Yeah, I agree.
Next up, we got Pilfer the Tomb. Blue, 0, no block, generic instant. Choose one or both. Banish target instant from an opposing hero's graveyard. Or banish target yellow card from an opposing hero's graveyard. So we all hate Gravy Bones. So this is a 5 out of 5, 6 out of 5 actually.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Gravy Bones.
Well, this is like
Yeah.
a cheaper version of Midas Touch. And no, not Midas Touch.
I
Doesn't
mean,
destroy the aura.
Yeah, but it does remove them from the graveyard, so it's not bad in that way. So, all right.
yeah.
You can do some funny things with it, but I don't think that there's any deck where you desperately want this.
So the banish
Pretty
target
much.
instant from an opposing hero's graveyard, does that hurt anyone else that like what's
Yeah,
that hurt?
against Cecilio, you can hit their sigil that they want to get back with Etchings of Arcana.
There you go. Okay.
If you're gonna play a blue card that doesn't block, play Amulet of Echoes.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can beat all of my opponents in Columbus. Next we have Shattered Sorcery, which is 0 cost generic instant blue. Choose one or both. Destroy target aura permanent with sigil in its name. Or prevent the next one arcane damage. Be able to target hero this turn. This is also the Cecilio hate card. And I'd also like to say, why aren't you just playing Amulet of Echoes?
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, for Sage, I guess you would not play Amulet of Echoes.
Yeah, like this does have some interesting interactions with Blast to Oblivion because Blast to Oblivion targets with its trigger, so you can respond to the Blast to Oblivion trigger with this, and then your opponent will have the null shock in hand to punish you, so it won't matter.
Lol. Yeah, the card is not good, but I don't know. It gets. It's
doesn't-
probably a 1, but you know,
So
8 cards I will not be against.
the last Compendium and Wrath card that we're going to cover for this day would be the Drag Down card. It's a Rainbow Suite.
That's
0
Will
cost.
if he ever got in the water.
Dude, you don't tell me I would do this? Shoot. Speaking of, I've been cold plunging lately. That's pretty good stuff. So, Drag Down. I'll tell you later. So, it's a red, yellow, blue. This is interesting because I actually don't know this. This is a very interesting way of how they worded this. Generic defense reaction. It all blocks for zeros across the board. The red says when this defends an attack, it gets a -3 power. The yellow says -2 power. The blue says -1 power.
So it's basically evasive leap, but there are like it's better evasive leap because there are like weird interactions that you can do with it, right? Like for instance, Bolton Shot, you can turn off the effect of Bolton Shot.
Speaking of Bolton,
It is good in response to it. Actually, does that work?
yes, what happens is they go activate Bolton, you respond with Drag Down, they have to activate Bolton again in response. Because it's an illegal target by the time. the
Oh,
effect
does
go
it?
to
Okay.
resolve.
So yeah, it
the
has
effect doesn't
those
have-
two.
Go again itself.
So Bolton Bolton's busted in Sage. So this is good against
Warrior hate card yet again.
Warrior hate card yet again.
Boys catching strays,
Um,
fellas.
It's also good in Lyath. Well, it's not good. You don't actually play it in Lyath, but the fact that it's a defense reaction you can play in Lyath, which is
Yeah,
kind of
it
interesting.
also gets around Shred or Tarantula Toxin out of Assassins, which is pretty cool.
That's true, yeah. So there are use cases. It's probably not good enough, I'll be real. I think it's a 2, but
I like it
there
more
are
than Invasive
fun-
Leave.
Evasive
I
Leap
give it a
is
3.
a low 2. I give that a high 2.
So that's pretty much our whole set review, 1 through 5 on the commons and rares. We know we got the people going out to the world premiere next week. We're going to see the rest of the set. This is when we're going to cover the, legendaries, the majestics, marvels, the marvels. No, the majestics. But let me ask you a question real quick, guys. I got a couple questions I want to follow up with. Is this set more for players, or do you think the stores are going to start cracking open the boxes, ripping open the antiquity packs, and then trying to sell singles, and in doing so with a single market crash, right?
I mean,
Oh,
who knows?
Are those different things?
We
Like,
saw a
is-
not Super Slam, but High Seas kind of similar, right?
Well, the problem with Pisces is that was at a very precarious time in terms of shipping routes, we'll say.
Yes.
and that resulted in high seas basically not being able to.
There are a lot
comment
of good
time.
reprints. We'll probably talk about them next week when we talk about all the M's and L's in the sets. But as for lower rarity stuff, as we sort of mentioned, there were no reprints. Will thought,
And Phoenix Flame.
I guess,
Those
yes,
were the only reprints I know of in the set.
So what
There
I'm
you
hearing
go.
from you, Andrew, is that Evan's full of shit.
Exactly.
Exactly. Wow.
All right.
But yeah,
So
so in Sage, for Sage purposes, I mean, this set is very good.
Yep.
Like, a lot of the equipment is just straight up best in class. There are a lot of cool new cards that Sage players will like. There were a couple cards here and there that CC players will enjoy as well. More to come, though, because the Majestics are really what is designed for CC. So
Yeah.
we'll probably talk about that next week.
and then follow up. Does this do what it's supposed to do? Increase the new players coming into our game.
So,
Presumably.
Yeah, if Sage becomes popular, then new players are going to enjoy
Yeah.
Sage.
Right.
And yeah, the reprints will help new players.
Now, I'm going to say the biggest winner for this set is obviously Reviled KO or Tough Nut, but what do you guys think? Who's the biggest winner for you guys?
Yeah, in terms of just like the commons and rares in the CC context, RKO.
Yep.
The biggest winner is everybody who looked at Gravy and said, "That's busted."
Biggest loser? Shall we say Gravy Bones just for our GOAT player, Paul, who's dooming and glooming again? I love you, Paul, man.
Yeah, any reason to make him start drinking, I'll take.
All right.
Don't drink alcohol, kids. It's bad for you.
Oh man, yeah, we definitely don't drink alcohol. There's not a reason why I talk like Ozzy on drugs here. So, all right. So
I'm
final
drinking water.
final verdict. Positive, right? Overall, you're pretty happy with it. I know you guys were hesitant to get behind Sage because you're thinking, oh, LSS might drop the ball. You heard about the chain, but so far with everything that's happening, you guys being experienced players, top eighters, generally speaking, what do you think? Chain being my heart?
Anyway, yeah, perfect. The set is really cool. Sage, I'm sold on. Seems really good. Like, Guardian Block Slop just seems like one of the best things you can do, which is very upsetting. That being said, the set was cool. Like, the cards are super unique and super powerful. So the commons and rares are very awesome. And
Yeah.
I think they did a great job of making the set.
Yeah. Love the art. Looking forward to the cool fulls, the extended art. I think it's going to be really good. To our listeners, what do you guys think? Put your favorite cards or your worst cards down below. If you think any three of us is full of crap, hell, even Ning's in this. If you think Ning's full of crap, hit it down below too.
Couldn't be me.
No, it could be me. I mean, I get forced when you guys were like, dude, that's the two. The one
Couldn't
being
be me.
Teklo,
Right, Andrew?
Teklo
Right, Andrew?
Trebuchet 2000.
Sure, bucket.
So bucket, that's it. So I mean, I think overall I'm pretty still hyped. I think LSS always does a good job overall. Any final thoughts before we start wrapping this up?
It's been 4 hours, guys. Please subscribe. Make it all worth our while.
I mean, I get to hang out with you two for 4 hours. I mean,
Well,
for
yeah,
me that's
I
a
could go
positive.
for
But
like another hour. What's the
Yeah.
worst that could happen?
Hang out with Will
I don't have
and
an
Andrew
RTN
for another
today.
hour.
that's so hard. That our RTN's
neither
got
do
canceled. I know. I had
Oh,
Spicy
well.
Tech too. I was looking forward to all the damn gravies I was going to beat with my KO. Anyways, so on that note, if you need to contact us, it's midnight_WI11 on Discord. We do have a Gmail, Tunic Counter Gamers. We'll probably update the UI eventually. But other than that, just don't forget, until next time, remember, every turn is a decision. Every decision is a story. And don't forget your damn Tunic Counter. See you guys next week. Peace. Where's Joda? Where's Joda at?
Do you remember
He's
to do
here.
the ending
He's
thing
asleep.
without having the reminder in the actual document? I'm so proud of you. I was so hyped.
Well, so I'm still recording, but let me tell you something. I actually I thought
to do the ending
copied
thing
it,
without
so I
having
actually
the
had to pull up from
reminder
Google
in
Drive
the
again
actual,
and go to
like,
another
document.
document to see what the closing out slogan was. All right, guys.